Grand Risings, y'all. I am Seven Taylor. I'm a universal spiritual connector, and I'm at service of those that are service of themselves. Tonight, we're going to have a very special live. We're going to have Denise, Aliyah Wilson's mother, come through and talk about the tragic event that has happened. Me and Honey Ray has already channeled the live. So everybody that's coming in, we are about to have a very, very, very live. So tonight we have Denise. Denise is going to be coming in on behalf of her daughter, Aliyah Wilson. We'll be channeling for her. We already channeled for her. She is here in spirit, so I'll be talking to her with my mediumship, psychic abilities. Her mother will be coming and join us as well. And we're going to have an amazing live. Definitely, if y'all have questions or anything, please come through. Please say what you got to say.
Yes.
Please double tap the screen. Please share this live. At 9:30, we will officially begin. I'm going to send this invite over to her. Hold on.
Let me put my background over the airdrop it.
Okay. Okay. Hello. Hello. Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm turning the camera on.
Okay.
Trying to.
Okay. I would say, yeah, have everybody cam up.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up.
Oh,
Oh, what
yeah.
happened?
Aliyah. I gave her permission to come through and speak.
Let's go.
And me and Honey Ray have both channeled in a lot. I wrote down a lot of what she was
Yes.
telling me. So we definitely gonna start getting everything started very soon. But how are you feeling tonight? And thank you again for giving us the opportunity
Yes.
to help you along with this big, 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 big heartbreaking, situation, and we're looking to just help you as much as we can.
Well,
But
thank
how are you
you.
feeling?
I'm okay, and thank you for your help, and thank you for having me on, because this is like a movie. And
Yeah, it literally is. It literally is. So hold on, I'm just going to just put something. Ooh, somebody touch my back. Spirit is like heavy over here, so we apologize in advance if the live starts doing a little weird things. That's just how spirit is.
Yeah, it was freezing on me at first.
It was.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, my reception good.
Yes, I was like, what's going on? But yes. So first, we would like for you just to introduce yourself,
Yeah.
and then um, please give us a synopsis of like everything leading up to the actual, just for the viewers that's coming in.
Yeah.
Yes.
okay, I'm Leah Wilson's mother. My name is Denise McClendon.
Good evening. I'll look at the
Denise
comments.
McClendon. Sorry, my speech.
It's okay.
But on July 19th of 2020, my daughter was found hung in Houston, and I was not informed until July 23rd about her being hung. I woke up to a text message that her ex-girlfriend sent me, and it said, they told me your daughter has died. So my husband called the police, confirmed it. They said they were looking at a file, said that she hung herself with a sheet and she left no note. Then the coroner called and said that she came out of her apartment with a backpack, some Nike slide-on shoes. She said the and walked upstairs barefooted and hung herself with a fitted sheet and left no note.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, they said the fitted sheet was off her bed. Her apartment door was locked. There was no dirt on her feet. She's holding a cell phone in her hand. The sheet was cut. They don't have a cut piece of the sheet. The sheet was 21 inches. The balcony was 33 inches that was tied to. She was 66 inches. And the ex-girlfriend is on an app called Stereo, and her username is Aliyah Killer. And she has been tormenting me for 2 years about this. She keeps leaving me little messages letting me know in a roundabout way that she killed my daughter. In her little psychotic way, she leaves me messages letting me know it, and that the police haven't questioned her.
Right.
No.
Well, we kind of know why the police hasn't. I've been following this case. Thank you for everyone coming in. Please double tap the screen, like up, share with as many you can. Hey, love. We're definitely about to get into conversation with Miss Denise, speaking about the case of Aliyah Wilson. And me and Honey did some mediumship in regards to just bringing in some more clues and some more things to allow some type of conclusion to happen, or some type of lead, or so on and so forth. And I also allowed Aliyah to come through and just give me permission to speak on her behalf if she have anything to say. The most thing she was saying in the beginning when I first started channeling her was she wanted to wait to the live. So I was like, okay, cool. But she was already showing me things. She was showing me 3 people. Did they have when you seen her body? Was there anything on her wrists?
They didn't let me identify her body, but the picture I have when I blow it up, it looks to be like bruising on her wrist that's not holding the cell phone. Bruising on that.
Because that's what I wrote down, wrists, because she was showing me the wrists. A name, okay, it was a lot coming in through it. She was showing me the wrists. She was showing me 3 people. A name, Terrence. Is that familiar with you? Don't know.
They use fake names, so I mean that may be one of their fake names they've used.
Okay, because I was hearing the name Terrence. When I was channeling in with her as well, I was not able to breathe. Like I was feeling like I couldn't breathe. So I feel like they did it before the even the hanging actually happened. Sorry. Ooh, okay. We already spoke privately about the affiliation of obviously the Freemasons and so on and so forth.
Right.
We also, so as I was asking Aliyah, because I feel her energy sitting at the living room table. So if I am looking this way, that's because I'm trying to see if she's gonna say something or she want to say anything and stuff like that. I do feel like she was already going through like a spiritual awakening. Did she ever like speak about any gifts or just like knowing things?
She was waking up because she wanted to come home, and she was basically like she wanted to better her life. So she wanted to leave that negative stuff behind, and she just like she would, instead of saying good morning, she stopped saying good morning because it's like who you morning. She said grand rising.
Right, because that's what she was letting me know. She also was just like letting me know that she was I feel like she was going in and out with depression or like battling some type of depression. She also was letting me know that after a while she stopped trusting the girlfriend around her. Like I feel like she was like overhearing conversations. Like she just bringing me, like it's like nighttime and I'm coming out of the room and I'm hearing the girl talking on the phone. It was just a lot going on in regards to that. But she definitely was like, she was telling me about, she was like a daredevil. She was very, very spontaneous. A daredevil. She'll try something once or twice. Because we were talking about marijuana and stuff like that. And she was saying she tried a few things. It's a whole lot. So, question before I begin into this. What was the time? Because the time frame that they were that I was being shown was at 6 a.m. Was her body found at 6 a.m.?
4:30 a.m.
4:30 a.m. Okay. And then you immediately were called?
No, I was not notified till the 23rd, 4 days later.
4 days later.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay. Because then she was showing me the girlfriend. Like I said, like I told you privately when we spoke earlier in the day. I just feel like the girlfriend is not, something ain't right with the girlfriend. Like the girlfriend is not.
Yeah.
She doesn't give me human. You know, I feel like she's something else. Because I was seeing her eyes even turn in different colors. And you've seen the girlfriend before, correct? Can you describe to us, because she pulled some stuff as well, can you describe to us how she looked?
Yeah.
She's a stud.
Okay. Haircut?
Yeah, short
Low
hair.
fade.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, she pulled that. So she pulled that as well. So that was
the description. Yeah, I pulled cards on behalf of Leah from my Crown Tarot decks, and yeah, that was the description that popped out.
Yes. So the whole not being able to breathe was coming to me a lot. Like I said, I feel like the murder happened inside the home and they just staged it as a hanging. They used her mental health or just her rebelliousness to just be like, oh, she just did this to herself. You know? That was not the case at all. Also with the phone being in her hand, I looked up Freemasons, right? And then I typed in Freemasons and then I typed in phone because I was like, allow me through it. Let me see what's going on. And within the Freemasons, they have it's a thing how they communicate. It's called all seeing eye. She's
Right.
over here. She's over here because I just seen her go by. All seeing eye, which is an iPhone. The iPhone is an all seeing eye.
Right.
So that was them letting you know that it was someone affiliated with the Masons that did this to your daughter. Because that was the only reason why they really left the phone itself.
Yeah.
Right.
But go ahead, honey. I know you got some questions as well.
It's more so what I had pulled just to give more clarity on how the Masons definitely had a big part in it. So the cards that she popped out for me, for one, from my Untold Secrets deck, it was taken to the island. We want you for what you have.
Yes.
And I can show those. If you take it to the island, I can't. Hold on. Let me get my camera together. All right. But Take It to the Island came out. Then We Want You for What You Have.
Mm-hmm. Please share the live, y'all. Double tap.
Then They Promote Negative Energy. Can I have your booty for the deal? As in, can I have your body sexually for a deal?
Mm-hmm. I wrote down that she gets sacrificed.
Yeah. Knows about your weakness, breaks you down. That's playing a part with her mental. And it says ruled by the 33rd Order, government op, Masonic.
Double confirmation.
And it says someone called 911. Dog eat dog agenda. Hollywood is bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
You can have it all for your life. Drop like a hot potato. It says killed for money.
Mm-hmm.
And that could, with that kill for money, what I'm getting at, could play a part in why the girlfriend is more so tormenting you. She may have got a lump sum of money for what happened. Yes, she played a part. You feel what I'm saying? Feed the
She
streets
just
with
got a car,
drugs.
yo.
She just got a car.
I pulled out card description, so this is gonna confirm that in my orange deck. And it said feed the streets with drugs, so maybe she is, with that lump sum of money, bringing drugs back into the community. Kidnapping, sex trafficking. And it says The last one in the Untold Secrets deck was, it's called Program TV. We control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
See, that sex trafficking, I'm like, because the apartment that she lived in, I found out they own a clinic that she was attending. They own that clinic.
Mm.
And I heard it was a lot to do with the sex ring. And my daughter was very beautiful. And I know
Yeah.
she
She was, yeah.
I know she did things for money.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's how I believe she purchased an iPhone, because she wanted the iPhone. I know she was doing things for money.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah. And it says,
And
ooh, that's heavy right there, huh?
Yeah.
So possibly with that coming out with the orange deck, she definitely used this one to the advantage. It was backyard clue, something maybe left behind. DNA on the scene. Fatal attraction, watch the company you keep. Wrong place, wrong time, unfortunate.
And then she's showing me like a
Yeah,
fight between like when
WWE putting up a fight. Yeah,
right. Well, look, confirmation. She's showing me a fight. She's like before
yeah.
she, I guess once the other party found out that she wanted to go back home and be with you, the
Mm,
girlfriend was getting like getting a fight with her, getting physical with her.
yeah.
And it's like now I'm seeing a girlfriend running out of the complex and on the phone. It's like I guess this is where she started to make the phone calls.
Mm,
This is what she's showing me. And I guess that's where they started to set up exactly because for some reason they were trying to hold her there as long as they could.
mm-hmm.
right.
Did you ever get an autopsy done?
Yes, I did. They made sure to mention her red toenail polish, but nothing about her hands. Her they mentioned her arms, the tattoos, but that's about it. Then they said her teeth that was all natural, and no, they were not.
Oh.
Um, so there's a lot of things that
So is
dogs.
that her that it was?
I'm
Like,
sorry, what?
do you think it's a questionable thing that wasn't her?
Well, the picture I have of her hanging, is her. It is her. I mean,
Well,
her
that
face doesn't look like her, but it's her body structure and stuff.
all reporter in her content tells everything. Becca. All reporter in her content tells everything. What
Mm,
She,
she talking?
she's talking about on my TikTok page. I got all the
Oh,
evidence on my TikTok page.
yeah.
oh, okay. I was like,
Okay,
okay,
yeah.
okay, yes, yeah, because the thing about it, we've came across a lot of other similar cases as we told you before,
Mm-hmm.
and even one of those, it wasn't the body that was sent, and it wasn't it. That wasn't the
Yeah.
body. They just switched that body out with someone else's body.
Right.
Yes.
So it's like there's definitely something that is fishy because I did write stage.
Yeah.
You know, I did write stage and how the killing happened inside the apartment, and then they just staged the body as, oh, let's just do a hanging. Let's just go with a hanging.
Mm-hmm.
All evidence
Right.
points. Yes, it does point to the X. Um, but is your father still alive or
No, he's been dead. He died on July 4th, but he's been dead.
July
Since, I'm not
4th?
I'm not close to him, so so I
Okay,
wasn't
right.
so I'm
So
not
she
keeping
was.
track. But it's been a few years.
It's been a few years. Okay, so he was July 4th, and your daughter was found when July what?
19th, and then her father died a month after her.
Mm-hmm.
Because that sounds, you know, that sounds. I know y'all know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. The numbers.
The numbers, the month, the correlation, and you said it, he was a part of the. He was a Freemason at some point, and then he stopped. Do you know what degree he was?
All I know is he was a Mason, and then he went from Mason to a shrine. and then he stopped. And then he'd read the Bible every single day.
Hmm. That's what they do. That's what they do when things get a little too deep.
Okay.
Everybody run back to the old Christianity. Okay. So that makes sense because, like I said, I feel like this definitely was, this was like a retaliation. This was like a retaliation, like from like the bloodline, and then it's like also the grandfather, your father, being a Mason, being a part of those secret societies, and it's like to be honest, it's hard to leave those things, just to leave them. Once you're in there, you're in there. Once you're on paper, you're on paper. And then it's like I said, even me looking up like how do they communicate, and I see all seeing eye, and I'm like, okay, iPhone. iPhones are promoted everywhere. And it has the eye,
Yeah.
So it's just like, and you say you didn't get an autopsy done, correct?
Yeah, the autopsy was done.
Okay, was
I
there
didn't get
any?
my own autopsy, but they did their autopsy.
Oh, so they won't allow you to do your own. They won't allow you to pay someone for a
Well,
private
I
one.
didn't have the money, so
Okay.
um, just like I ended up getting her cremated because I didn't know about funerals and all that, but I knew I wouldn't be able to afford to fly her body back home to Michigan and then have her a funeral for her. So I ended up getting her cremated while I was there in Texas,
Mm.
and
And
she got
you
and
never
well,
seen her either.
no, I didn't get to see a body
Mm.
or nothing, and she got cremated on her birthday. Not by my choice, but it was her birthday.
It was kind of like the choice that was, yeah, something don't sound right. So
Yeah.
it's kind of being a similar thing like on unidentified. Yes, it's kind of being the same thing like the other
Mm-hmm.
case.
Yeah, that could
Whoa.
just be weird.
Yeah, and it's like, so did they ever give you like a time period to have someone investigate?
They I know I called Flint Township Police and
Yeah, they
like
cover
I
up.
was doing research and I asked them, I said, what is your procedure in a suicide? And they're like, oh, we treat it like crime scene. They were like telling me all these detectives to go out there. They was like, 'cause the loved ones are gonna have questions.
Right.
And he was like, wow, they didn't do that with my daughter at all. The fire department cut my daughter's body down. Her body was down within an hour. They found her at 4:30 in the morning, but she was TOD was done at 4:34.
Mm,
But the head investigator of the coroner's office, she didn't get there till an hour later after they were taking my daughter's body out.
mm. And she said one paper says homicide.
Right, yeah, and I got a piece of paper that says homicide.
Mm. Yeah. So this is,
They
yeah.
knew it was homicide.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said they knew it was. They knew it's a homicide,
Oh,
but they
they're just
trying to cover it up.
yeah, they're trying to cover it up for when I if something does come about it, they're gonna be like, we said it was homicide.
Yeah, trying to cover, basically trying to cover, because
Mm-hmm.
they all linked. They're linked in with the police.
Right. No, they're all like just like that. On October 19th of last year, ironically the 19th, the day she died, was
Mm-hmm.
the same. So October 19th, the FBI called me and because I sent them a packet and they told me his name he had told me his name and his credentials and he told me that his boss said something wasn't right about the packet I sent him. Something wasn't right about the case.
Right.
So that's why he was reaching out to me. But then he went sideways. Like for instance, my daughter's bedding was missing. All her bedding, down to her box spring, was missing. And the FBI dude, when I mentioned that box spring was missing, he came at me sideways and was like, "Oh, crackheads will steal anything." And I was like, "You mean to tell me they pushed a brand new mattress off and just stole a box spring?" No.
Right.
Then he tried to tell me that there was no dirt on my daughter's feet because the day before they found her, that they blowed the steps off. I was like, "What?" So the FBI was even sideways, and it was like he asked me for the phone at first, and then all of a sudden he did not want the phone. He told when I questioned him, "Do you still want it?" Then all of a sudden he didn't want the phone because it was in the Black Panther's hands, and they tried to unlock it, and the FBI said they could have put an incriminating text on there, and
Like
I'm not
what?
done exactly. I don't know,
You
but
don't know? Okay.
you could tell. I mean, they're FBI, so they could tell when the text was put on there, and you're
Right.
obviously going to see
Mhm.
it after she was dead,
Right.
or I'm sorry, unalive, be able
Right.
to see it then. So it was like, I don't know if he was telling me that to tell me to get my daughter's phone wiped clean, because I know it's not wiped clean because it has a picture of her on there.
Right. Yeah. So but yeah, because if it was wiped clean, then that means there would be no photos, no nothing. It would
Right,
just be like a brand new iPhone, basically.
right.
And you said before, the day before, the steps were so called cleaned off.
Right. And you seen that video I sent you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, with the
know,
leaves and everything. I want to say you still to have something,
right,
if
there's
you're
no way.
barefoot.
Mhm.
And it's outside, wind blowing. I mean, traffic.
I keep for some reason I keep seeing that the strangling happened in the bedroom on the bed,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's where I got bodily fluids and stuff like that probably, and that's why they got rid of it.
DNA on the scene. Yeah.
DNA on the scene,
Something left behind.
Well, I
you know.
found a bag of soaking wet towels in the apartment when it was ransacked and they took everything, but they forgot these towels. And I got a picture of the towels in the garbage bag. You can't tell it's towels, but
Mm,
anyways, I mentioned when because the Black Panthers did a candlelight visual for my daughter, and I mentioned those towels. And the police let me know they had an eyewitness that the ex-girlfriend busted my daughter's window while she was dead, and they had an eyewitness. And I went back over there, and those towels were gone along with all her bras and panties.
mm,
So I feel, and I look, one of the towels was a washcloth, and I noticed that I had the markings on it that where you wipe the floor, because I clean my kitchen floor on my
right,
hands and knees to make sure I get all the crumbs,
right,
clean everything up, and that's how it looked. That's how my towel looked. So that's exactly how that towel looked. But then
right,
there was big towels and in there. I didn't look at none but that washcloth, but there was big towels in there and stuff like that.
right. Yeah, because that's why I said it just seems voice clip and X saying I broke it. Voice clip and X saying I broke. Was there like a
Oh,
voice audio?
yeah, there's the voice audio where the ex-girlfriend's, yeah, I broke her window after the fact. She was dead.
But
But
broke the
it's
window
like
for
you're
what
admitting
though?
to a crime. Exactly, you're
Right.
admitting to a crime.
Yeah, that's definitely, that don't make any sense. Like I said, the girlfriend is that I feel like the girlfriend was hired strongly.
She's very toxic. And she knew my daughter was stubborn. And once her mind was made up, and once she told her, "Look, I'm done for good," because she'd always go back. My daughter would always go back to her. But once she'd be like, "For real," you could tell, and you keep asking her, and she's like, "No, I'm not coming," then you know she's for real. And I believe that
Right.
the ex girlfriend was thinking that she was for real, and this time
She did.
she was coming back. She was leaving.
The girlfriend was very upset when she told her like I'm really going home this time, and as I want to get my stuff together, and that's where I feel like everything went down. That night. Someone said just wonder why you didn't take the towel and stuff went with you when you seen it. Uh, for maybe
Because
evidence.
because I had called the police and asked him, did he want them? And he told me no. He said, what for? I said, they could be evidence. And I knew it could have been evidence. And he said, no. So he didn't want them. I didn't want to take them because I didn't want them smelling on me. And they was in my daughter's apartment. I secured the door when I left. I'm not thinking nobody's going to break in and take those towels, but somebody did. That's why I
Right.
didn't grab the towels. I didn't want them to smell them.
Did you look at them, or they were just in a bag?
They was in a garbage bag. The only one I really looked at, I pulled out the washcloth and seen it had markings on it like you mop your floor with. I just basically looked and seen that there was a big towel in there, but I didn't pull it all the way out. I looked and there wasn't blood or nothing on them. That's what I basically looked for.
Right.
But I didn't pull them out the bag like that and like really look at them.
Right. I mean, this was like.
And I'm sorry to cut in, but people ask questions, and when you're in the moment, you're not always thinking, and everybody doesn't know how DNA works and that you can leave so much DNA on stuff behind. When you're in the moment of something, you're not thinking clearly on what you should and should not be doing because your logic is not there. That's
Right.
all.
Right.
Right.
No, I agree.
I know the apartment manager told me he had to go to my daughter's apartment with me while he let me enter it, which okay. But I was knocking on the doors, the neighbors' doors, asking questions, and he kept telling me I can't do that. And I kept yelling at him, "Oh, I'm gonna ask a question." I wasn't knocking like I was the police or crazy. It was just the normal knock, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna ask questions."
Is her apartment complex surveillance or?
They said it says there was no they seen no cameras, but that is a lie because I walked the property when I was knocking on people's doors, and I just walked the property, and I seen people had cameras on their porches, on their balconies, Ring doorbell cameras, but they didn't check any of that.
Right.
So
She didn't have like a ring, the ring light thing, the ring
no,
bell.
and no, and her exit gate where you leave at the apartment complex to drive away is right by her door, like 5 steps.
Mm.
And what type of the car was it? Like a car, silver, white, or red, or green?
Yeah,
Any of those?
I believe it was a white car. His name is, well, I don't know if I can say his name on here, but I usually say it. But his name is Michael Paul Dozier. I believe he was the mastermind.
Okay.
He is sitting on that white car in my
Mm-hmm.
daughter's apartment complex.
Yeah. It said right after that card, it was no more than they speak. Because it pulled out the card and it says with the description silver, white, red, or green.
She
So,
tossed his
yeah.
mother.
And you said his name was what again? Michael?
Michael Paul Dozier. He's in,
Initials on my card here. M. You see the M.
yeah,
She popped out the initials.
Mm.
Yeah,
he's
given juggling third party situation.
he's sitting in jail right now. He's got a $200,000 bond which he can't pay to get out.
Okay, that
He's
speaks of why prison came out in my cards then.
Mm.
he's going because he got charged with a gun charge and he's going. And the other charge was domestic violence against the
Mm.
family.
And with the text messages, it's some with the secrets revealed in the text messages as well.
Right. And did you ever was able to access her phone? Like, did you ever look into it? You haven't?
When I got her phone, it was locked with a thumbprint or like you could punch in the code. And one of the girls that I believe is involved, she posted online that she was thumbprint number 2 to unlock my daughter's phone. I took the phone,
Yes,
talking and
Jazzy.
meeting with me, and the girl's hand was shaking like this when she was trying to unlock my daughter's phone. You could visibly see it. It was shaking bad.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, because I definitely got 3 people involved.
yep, I know the 3 that are involved. So I do
Yeah.
know the 3.
Yeah. In
I
the
believe a lot
autopsy, it didn't say anything about uh sexual abuse, did it?
no.
Okay. Yeah, this.
And is the girlfriend about like 19 to 24 years old, around that range?
She's around at the time. I think she was 25, and
Okay, yeah, around in that.
ironically, her birthday is on 9/11.
Mm. Oh, we
I
was
got the
pulling the
thing at nine.
cards. That's what popped up, 9/11.
Yes, and I was pulling. Remember, I was just saying nine. I said 9/11.
Yeah, you said 9/11.
Wow. We were just channeling before we even got up here, y'all. And definitely, please double tap, please share, please let's bring awareness to this, even more awareness. But yeah, no, when we were channeling in, the 9/11 did pop up, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
twice, and then you just say a third time. That's double confirmation. Woo.
Mm.
Am I? Because I feel like I don't know why I feel like she had some type of blow to the head.
That's
Because out of
correct.
nowhere, I got a very very bad pain in my
Go
head.
ahead.
I had to cut in for a minute. Do you have a what you call them monitors to kick certain people off? Because there's some dumb person in the chat, and we're not gonna give them life.
Um,
You see it?
I don't have. I mean, I could
Mm.
make you one. I don't have.
She didn't say nothing. Who said so?
Right.
This Becky, ha, she keeps saying off the wall stuff.
No, she
No,
followed. She
Becky's
followed the
Becky's
page.
good. I think she's with
Oh,
her.
oh, she's with you because it says she's haunting. What is this comment then? I am confused. She killed
Uh,
by hunger. No, no, it was further up that she said something. She's haunting this person. I thought she
She's
was
talking about
talking
the.
about
She's
Yeah,
talking about
she's
another
the
right.
one.
The
girlfriend.
spirits are calling. Like she's up all night. That
yeah,
ex
she's
is
saying
up
the
all night.
ex-girlfriend has been
Oh, I
taunting.
apologize. I apologize. I am
No, but
so
we
sorry.
appreciate it, though. We appreciate.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
definitely we do need to moderate the comments because some stuff could be
yeah,
crazy.
because I had told her I was doing a live, and I had one girl in my comments that was telling me Aliyah killed herself and just saying some
Yeah,
crazy
no,
stuff.
it definitely was. Yeah, she's talking about the ex. No, it definitely was stage because I wrote that
Yeah,
down. And then, like I said, this leaving the iPhone in the hand, all seeing eye, that's related right to the Masons. That's related.
Yeah,
You look if you
Crystal is
want to
in the
look at it.
comments, so she's straight.
Okay, yeah. So that's definitely linked. And so basically, just to rehash, you were notified 4 days later. You weren't able to have the burial that you would like to have, so you went with cremation. Um, you were sent a photo of her. You weren't sent a. Excuse me. You weren't. I'm sorry. The spirit's coming
I
through.
didn't see her at all. Besides, if the Black Panthers, which was about I'd say a couple months later, they obtained the picture from the security guard, and the security guard is the one that found her out there. He said his in the police report it states that he said he walked around the corner, seen dangling feet, and ran to call the police. But yet he had time to take a picture of my daughter. And I walked them grounds, and there's no way if you came around the corner, you're gonna see the whole body. Her feet were
Yeah.
on the ground.
Right. No. Yeah. You're gonna see the whole. It was a setup. It was a whole operation setup, and I feel like because of again the connection to the FMs, you already know what I'm talking about. They were able to cover it up.
Right.
Um, and even just channeling with her energy, she just kept saying everything happened so fast, like she was out woken up to it.
Yeah, and it happened in yeah, that's what was in the cards. It happened in a fast speed.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that would make sense because I feel they dressed her. Because you
Yeah.
see all the pictures, she's if
Back
the
door.
lady could walk around naked, she would have walked around naked. She
Right, that
Okay.
was
barely
like kind of
wore
her
any
thing.
clothes, or they were seductive looking. And you mean to tell me in July when it's hot outside, you're wearing some pants and an ugly blouse?
Right.
No,
Yeah. No,
no.
you just knew her style and you knew how she dressed and you knew how.
Right. And
Yeah.
when she was living with me, I had to get on her because she kept answering my front door in a sports bra. And it was like, you can't answer the door like that.
Right. Because I feel like the girlfriend brought this guy in. Like she like ushered him in, far as like she met him before. This
Right.
particular guy, she met him before. Like she introduced him as a friend or something like that. But I
Right.
feel
Yeah.
like
They're
she
all
met.
connected.
Yeah.
They're
Ooh.
all connected. They all know each other.
Yeah, because that's definitely what she keeps showing me. Like she keep, and then she just showing me like the memory. Like she's showing me like these memories of her overhearing her talking on the phone or saying some stuff. Um, I just yeah, this like I said, this is. I mean, if anyone with the common sense, you would see that this was a 100% a setup. You know, you could definitely see that it's 100% a setup. Um, yeah. What are you pulling from or what you? I
Y'all,
know you had some questions as well, honey. Right?
Yes.
y'all get anything about somebody, a blue?
A blue. I
Blue.
think. Did honey get anything with that?
I may have. Yeah, I did get sexual orientation that she may have been targeted because of that as well.
That's what I
And
think because she was pansexual.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So, and that meant that she loved everyone. She loved men. She loved women.
yeah,
She didn't care what your sexuality was, and they were studs. So
I
it
yeah.
was
don't know
like,
why, because I keep being brought to like I don't. I just keep feeling like I don't know if that.
but the ex-girlfriend was a stud. So the ex-girlfriend, she was toxic. She was
Yeah.
jealous. My daughter got attention, and she'd be
Yes.
with the man, and the girl didn't. The ex-girlfriend didn't like the fact that
That she
she'd
like
be with anybody else, but
she was very
that
jealous. Yeah,
girl's got to
Giving
compete with
paranoid. Yeah,
females
jealous.
and with men too. She didn't like that.
she was very controlling. Did she ever talk to you about pills, like
No.
taking certain pills, like?
They in the toxicology report it did say they found pill fragments.
Okay, because that's what she was showing me. She was showing me that she was like, she like this is something that she did, but it was
Yeah,
more so like, on,
recreational. It wasn't. She
yeah,
wasn't a drug addict, but
yeah. It was more like a party thing. It was more like
right.
when weed wasn't doing what it got to do.
Mm-hmm.
She took it up a notch. Yeah, 'cause I definitely kept seeing that. And what's with the color purple? Even though like my light is purple,
Uh,
did she have like was her favorite color purple or?
no, her favorite color was yellow and green.
Okay. Cause I seen purple, even though this light right here is
Mm-hmm.
purple, but I wrote down purple with a question mark because it was definitely coming through as I was channeling. Um, so I just wrote down purple with a question mark. Didn't know
Mm.
necessarily when.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So, well, I would say, but honey, what did you have to say?
But yeah, I was saying about the back door. Her own snaked her. These people that she thought she could trust
Right.
ended
Now,
up.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
You
you.
you
Go
good?
ahead.
You good?
I have a question. I have a voice clip in where the ex girlfriend is saying that I can look at my daughter in that damn at urn. It sounded like she was about to say attic, and then she caught herself and said urn. So
Mm,
I'm kind of thinking that her body was stored in an attic.
mm,
Yeah. Disco Inferno set on fire.
right. Do you do you have another device to play the
Anybody drive a
audio?
SUV, Jeep, Ford, Chevy,
Let me go
Honda?
to my computer. Hold on.
Okay.
Does the
Okay.
I
ex
sure will.
drive a Honda, Jeep, Ford, SUV, like a
She,
SUV,
she used
Chevy?
to drive a Honda. I don't know
Okay.
what I don't know
Okay.
what she
Okay.
has
Confirmation.
specifically now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
I know the car she
confirmation.
has now has the GPS on it. That's about it.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, my spirit here.
Hold on, I'm turning on my computer.
Mm.
Yeah, abusive control, jealousy, envy, and greed
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah. I feel like she just keep just bringing me back to just again wanting to go back home, wanting to be back safe.
Yeah,
Like she
deal
kind of was
gone
like
wrong.
over it, you know. I need a break, reconnect.
Yeah,
Very
going through.
sad.
Yeah.
Very sad energy.
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Yeah, wrong road, wrong turn. Yeah, ages 27 to 45.
Yeah, and this is another thing as well where
Soul
we have.
collector, energy drainer.
Hey, Tori. And this is another thing as well
I
when.
got,
Go ahead, love. I'm sorry. Keep going. What is that?
it says baby.
Body,
No, baby.
baby.
Pregnant.
Mm.
And I'm not sure if she was pregnant, but I know I did find an ovulation test in her apartment, and I know
Okay.
she was trying to have a baby.
Right, because we talked about that. So I felt
Yeah.
a pregnant thing. Yeah.
Yeah, again with the ages 20 to 26.
I
So
don't
it's
know
coming
why, but
out.
I just feel like this might be a lot, but it's like she keep telling me that it might not. What you got might not be the body.
Yeah. Because it came out missing in
Yeah.
my cards. It said missing, kidnapped, trafficking. She
I'm like,
may
who?
still just be alive.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see if I can. I know I posted the picture of her on here,
I
and
think it was.
Possibly near water.
I feel like it was a swap. I mean, I don't feel alive energy. I just feel like there was a possibility that it was like a swapping. Like I feel like on their end, with who, it was a
Yeah.
swapping done, because something is not adding up. You know.
Yeah, because it got run away. No one can find out. Water took it too far. And then it says Earth here, but in between worlds.
mm, she's not at peace.
Yeah.
'Cause I know
At
she's
all.
like,
She's very like I would say that she's just like very she's confused but she's determined
Yeah.
right.
like to shed light on what happened to her, because now she had me in the back of a car and it's like we're on a highway and it's dark time, but you can see like like the lights when you pass by the light, so it comes across, the shadow comes across
Mm-hmm.
your face.
Just speaking of you to say that in the deck, Lovely Bones taken for a ride.
Mm. Whoa. Yeah. Because that's definitely what she was just showing me.
Yeah,
Like they
and
took the
drugged.
body, like you know,
Yeah, they rode around with her. They stored the body.
yeah.
That's why I was like,
Yeah,
I'm still looking for
And
this
they gave
one.
you such limited access to do any. If that's your child, and so on and so forth. And they gave you so much limited access. What does that say?
buried 6 to 8 feet.
Mm. Excuse me. Yeah, they gave very limited. Hey Danielle, they gave very limited access to
Stalker.
her to even you know do what she needed to do for the burial of her child. That was very weird.
Who has curly, short, or long hair?
She had it. And then I don't know if Blue did.
Is there any water behind the apartment complex?
See, I'd have to get you to talk to Katie, because
Okay.
Katie did a lot of research on this case,
Okay.
Oh, it's making me feel sick.
and they were saying something like that about some water and woods and stuff.
Yeah,
And
that's why I want to know if it's some water and
right,
woods behind that apartment
I
complex. Maybe so
yeah, I'm
you
not
need
sure
to
if Katie had said it was.
call the dogs,
Call the
search.
dogs. Sacrifice.
You search. No, it says call the
Oh,
dogs,
search. Oh,
search.
call the
Like,
dogs. Okay.
because with water coming out and it's saying she's here but in between,
The
meaning
body
it's
could be
like,
decomposing
it's,
somewhere else.
yeah, it could probably, yeah,
Okay.
here and in the in between. From, is she's still on the earthly realm, but she's in the in between.
Yeah, because she doesn't make me feel very ill,
Yeah.
but she made my like more so my midsection feel ill. So I mean,
Says
hey.
drama never satisfied, always starting shit. That's giving the ex her energy in that apartment. It says
Yeah, I said
confusion, lie detected.
Yes. What did you say, Miss Denise?
I'm gonna turn my phone around and hopefully you can see it. But these are the two of the people that I think are involved.
Okay.
Can you see them?
Yes.
Who was that?
That is the rock, the one bending over. This is the ex-girlfriend,
Oh,
the one that, and then that CIAO was the
You
filter, and it
said
means
rock. I got
right.
initials
Yeah.
with an R.
Wait, back. I would say flip it around again and just kind of back it up a little bit so we can see like the full.
Yeah, giving evil. They don't want me here.
Is that an X on her hat?
yeah.
Okay.
And the lettering above it is CIAO, which means goodbye. And if you see, she's pointing to the X on her hat, like she
Bring.
X'd my daughter out.
Okay, bring that back. Bring that photo back.
Oh, okay. One
It
second.
says they crave attention. They give like their attention. They love social media attention.
Oh, yes, they do. But I'm all over 'em.
Obsession. It gives that their ex was obsessed and she's always inserting her energy into others.
So these are two suspects. These are not none of the girlfriends, right?
This is the girlfriend, the one that's pointing to the X on her hat. That's the
Oh
girlfriend.
yeah. Okay. Because she's the one that I'm feeling sick. Why looking at? Okay. Hold on. I just want to look up something real quick.
Mm-hmm. She used their whole entire dick. Is the ex possessed?
I'm looking. I'm just trying to do some research to
Possibly.
see if I could see the X with
He
the
did
the
explain that to
FMs.
me.
She's making me feel very ill.
Hold on, I'm gonna get my daughter's phone. That way I ain't gotta search and I could just play it on her phone if I just go to my account.
Okay.
Money, let me see your phone a minute. Are you on it? Let me see a minute. Because I gotta play something. Oh, dang. My daughter. Okay.
When I
Hold
look
on.
at that picture of that ex, it gives, if you don't do what I say, I take your
Right.
ass out.
Right. Yeah, it does make me feel. Looking at those pictures made me feel very even more ill.
Yeah.
Mm,
Candle was flicking over here.
yeah.
Giving her some energy as well.
Yeah. That way, so she could come through. She's definitely her energy is strong. It's not that strong, but I
Yeah.
feel like with us all just focusing on her right now.
Yeah.
And like I said before, we even went live. She's making it hard for me to talk. Okay. Before we even went live, my vortex and I allow her to come through and I just started writing down everything. Like she's even touching stuff over here. Y'all probably hear that. Her energy is very
I heard that.
unsettled. Yeah, it's a very unsettling energy. And even when I got out of I took like a nice spiritual bath before coming on live. I felt very warm, and that's how spirit let me know, like, hey, I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah, this is. And are you at the process of like reopening the case, or like have you like went that far yet to like try to get it reopened, or?
The case has never been opened. They
Mm,
automatically ruled it a suicide. The police told me this is suicide. It's going to remain suicide no matter what evidence I have.
mm-hmm. No
So
matter what the evidence is
exactly, the only thing they want is the confession
from the girlfriend
from who's ever
or from
involved.
whoever, of whoever involved. Okay.
So they probably wouldn't even, if somebody else came to them, been like this and that. I know what happened. They probably no, unless you did it. They
Right.
don't even hear
They don't
that.
want to. They're not trying to. Yeah, I mean, because that's how they are with certain things. Especially, I feel like, because they showed me like a folder, but for some reason, the folder has like a certain sigil on it. I feel like when they file things, when things are connected to certain secret societies, they put a certain uh, sigil on it, or
Mm.
marking, or etc. Because that's what because they saying the spirit is saying they did the same thing with Marilyn Monroe. So
I have
people
a
what?
question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How is there some way? Is there some evidence that this person's led behind to get them caught?
You saying is it? Well, the thing about
Y-
it, a lot of the stuff that they utilize, they took the mattress out, they took the towels.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They
they
left something
have
behind though.
right, and they have um, the FMs working on their behalf. So you already know they do a lot of. That's
Yeah,
why I
but for
told.
them to come back, for
What is
them
the
to
number
come,
6 ring a bell?
Say it again.
Does the number 6 ring a bell?
Not right offhand. I can't think of nothing.
Not right up here. What did you say? What were you saying, Mandy?
yeah, for them to come back for that evidence, somebody had to direct them. Because why didn't they
Of
take it with
course.
them the first time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they were direct.
being that she believes that this person has family ties,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you know,
To
I think they probably called them and they advised them what to do because it's
yes.
not the average thing to come back for
even
evidence.
even by her saying she went to the physical apartment complex and seen that you would be able to see the whole body and not no dangling feet. Come on now, you know how do
Hmm.
we like that? It's given stage, and that's what spirit keep telling me. Like this whole thing was
Oh
staged,
yeah.
like
Whole
the whole
program,
situation.
television. They
So, is no
controlled the
way
narrative. They
to.
paid the police. They did what they had to do.
Yeah,
Everybody got paid off.
yeah.
Follow the money. That's where you find your evidence when you follow the money trail. Someone like that X, being a regular degular person, shouldn't be getting a lump sum of money.
She said she just bought a car.
Okay, and she just bought a car. You shouldn't be. How all of a sudden you come on that amount of money? That's suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You got to pay for
Well,
you
Follow
got
the
to pay for
money
her
trail.
services.
Get you a
here's
private
another question.
investigator and have them follow that money trail. You will find that culprit.
Yeah,
You send them
Okay.
text messages and follow the money.
yeah.
Well, here's another question because just like I was telling her before, people like this, if they commit one crime, they've committed another.
Of
And
course.
through maybe one of those crimes, can she get caught or the
Well, the girl,
perpetrator get
I
caught?
feel like the girlfriend definitely is trained and hired. And the thing about it is, a lot of times, a guy laying right next to you could be trained and hired. Assignments. There's people that are assigned to you to do certain things, to spy on you, etc. Like I said, they couldn't. What I keep feeling with Aliyah is that they couldn't. control me the way they wanted to. And when she started to, she kept threatening them that she's gonna go home. But when she finally said she was really gonna go home, and like they seen that she was making action to it, that's when they made their actions. You know, that's when they pushed forward because her and that girl got into it. Like, why you going home? Why you want to go home? Why you? Come on, like, why you not staying here? Like, you know, and she it's just
manipulating her.
Yeah, and I feel like leading up to that, I wrote down sad energy. I just feel like she was I just feel like she was very sad in regards to, she was sad in regards to her mental health, but she also was just sad in regards to just, I keep feeling like she keeps saying like she felt, said, come on, give it to me. She just like an illusion. Like I feel like this was a setup. Like I feel like this whole experience, me coming here, me getting a place, you know,
she was
this all was an operation.
She was backdoor.
Yeah, it was just all an operation. And she just started to catch on little by little by little by little to the point that, yeah, I feel like she knew too much. And I feel like the girlfriend definitely had a big part in it. And it's crazy how they just let this girl go by her business.
Right.
But again, when you got connects to the FM, they go into your lawyers. They become lawyers. They become your teachers. They become your principals. They become the guy at the damn gas station. You don't know who's who. Agree, yes. He's on point. Thank you. Yes. It's like you don't know who's who. So it's like at this point, you can't trust nobody.
At all.
And I just feel like she just was coming of age. But like I said, if anyone do your due diligence right now and go look up Freemason and then put phone behind it, and then it'll on Google and they'll say how do they communicate, you'll see that the damn thing said, that's what I was led to, all seeing eye, the damn iPhone. That's why the phone was left. It wasn't left for OMG saying I got especially because of the Google Map phone. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to come up here as well, you can talk too. If you want to come up here, so mantic vibes. But yeah, it's like that was the reason why the phone was left, to let her know, the mom know. That was like a subliminal message, well, direct message, but subliminal to the mother. It was left on purpose, symbolism, yes. All seeing eye. Look it up, y'all. Because when I asked her to come through and let me know, she did. She started, I was like, went on Google and I was like, Freemasons, stuff like that. Yeah. I just feel so ill. Ooh, gosh.
Here's my daughter's voice. And I just want you to hear this.
Yes.
I don't, it's starting in 47 seconds, but if I keep trying to start it over, it's going to mess it up. But I want y'all to hear this. Let me make sure the volume is up.
Okay.
Okay, it says volume is up. Oh, okay, there we go.
When I breathe, when I come home, I chest hurts, like my head got banged in, like I want to go home, Mama.
Did she say her head got banged in?
Her hand got banged in?
Yeah.
Head or hand?
Head.
That's what I got in my
I
car.
felt the head,
her
yeah.
Headache. She got hit in the head. Head or body.
I can't. I'm scared people are out to get me. Like, I should never feel like that.
She's out to get me.
Yeah.
Right. She's talking about she feels people are out to get her.
Yeah, they did it. They fucking did it. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
That was them. And remember I told you a little while ago, I said I feel like something happened with the head or...
Yeah. And you said it.
Oh my.
Yep, that was like December 19th of 20 not December 19th, but that was December 2019. So she was still alive. She didn't die till July 19th, 2020. But that just shows that the girl was abusing my daughter. And I talked to my daughter, and the story behind that voice clipping is my daughter said that the ex-girlfriend, another female, and a man broke into her house, her apartment, and this female and the man beat my daughter while the ex stood there, watched, and laughed. So
And those
yeah,
could be those energies that give it third
right.
party situation.
And this is the same thing. I keep seeing it. The same. These group of people. This attack on this one person. Oh, that's making me ill. It's just. It's just. This is a lot. This is an interesting case. I have a file on this and been reading on this. Have you came across anything, Domino Geronimo?
And yeah, come up here. You got
If you want to come up here,
5,000.
you can come up here and send the thing. She's making me feel so ill. Oh my gosh.
And speak on the
Well,
missing
just go to my
children too.
TikTok page. I got plenty of voice clippings, like this ex-girlfriend. I got a voice clipping where she said that my daughter went out with a bang. How you know how my daughter went out? Then I got another voice clipping where I said I didn't know I'd protect my daughter from you, and she came back and said I'm not the only, and stopped.
She
You can
almost
play
said
me
she
here,
was
Play
the
it,
only
please.
one she had to protect
right?
your daughter. Like you had
You
to
have
protect your
that? Can you
daughter
play
from.
that? Can you?
Um, I cannot find. I can't get on
I
my
can go to your.
TikTok.
I can go to your TikTok. I
Okay,
got you.
yeah, the voice clippings are on there. They're under because she said I'm disabled, disarmed. I mean,
Okay.
I got all kinds of voice clippings of this girl.
Yeah, Aliyah
Okay, let me go to
spirit
your
is definitely
page.
strong.
I got this video I can hold back and play for y'all. It's
You also
Okay.
want to play this video,
Anything you
7?
have?
okay.
Yeah, play that too. Yeah,
Okay, we're
she's
gonna
gonna
play
play
this
that. So
video.
you,
Hey,
you,
TikTok,
Miss
Uncle
Denise.
Paul here. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
am reporting live where HPD alleges that Aliyah Wilson hung herself right up here. See that? Yeah. Now look at some bullshit. Look at this. So they allege that she left her apartment where you clearly see dirt. You see leaves. She came up these stairs. I hope people are watching me. And then she came right up here where she hangs herself with a bed sheet. HPDR, full of shit. Justice for Aliyah Wilson.
So that was someone that went to the actual complex and just showed how hypocritical that was. Yeah.
Yes, and then I'm gonna go to the page.
Ooh.
I don't know why I was trying to
I be
share.
talking to Denise a lot on the phone. She knows I am. I own Hope Alive 8845 for missing children. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
oh,
we
okay.
would love to talk to you too.
Yeah, we love
Yeah,
to too. Yeah.
that's Domingo. So,
So how far
Play
back do
X
I need
talking
to
garbage to
go?
Denise. That I would say definitely double tap those screens, share the live. You're coming in. We are having conversation with Miss Denise on behalf of her daughter Aliyah Wilson.
Okay,
Who?
when you say guns, I had pulled my cards that she used. I want to say this: guns were involved, and just this took me to this right here.
yeah,
Mm,
30 days before she died, she tried to buy a gun.
Yeah,
mm,
guns were involved.
What's this?
mm.
Hold
So
on,
are
I
the
have.
recordings are further down your page.
Yeah, the recordings are. Here, I'll show you the picture
Okay.
that you'll see. This is a picture. All the recordings are like this.
Okay, with that picture, gotcha.
A whole bunch of
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I got yeah, dang.
Yeah, I would say yeah. So yeah, don't show that, but just yeah, play the
Here you
recordings
go.
because they'll probably flag as nudity.
Here is
Yeah, I
another
can't show
one
you.
Don't turn it that
where
way.
she's admitting to committing a crime. So why hasn't she been questioned? Give a fuck what you typing. I don't don't give a fuck. What? Okay, and so what? I broke her window after she died. I broke her window like, what, 2 weeks after we all found out she passed away, you dumb, crazy-ass lady? What the fuck? Why hasn't she been questioned? This is how she treats Aliyah's mother. I was supposed to be her future mother-in-law, and this really hurt. Say her name. Aliyah's dead! Wow. Unbelievable. Stop fucking playing with me, Miss Denise. You steady asking for get cursed out, bro. I've been trying to be nice, and be respectful, but fuck that shit. Fuck you. Fuck what you talking about. Again, fuck you. Fuck what you talking about. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Fuck the Black Panthers. Fuck whoever helping you with all this bullshit.
So we got the Black Panthers.
And fuck what you talking about. Bro, Aliyah been dead for 2 months. 2 fucking months. If your dumb ass would have never cremated her body, you would still have a way to find out who the fuck really killed her or what really happened to her. But no, you don't. So stop coming for me, bro. Stop coming for me if I did not fucking send for you. And that's just point blank period. I don't give a fuck who you say. You call the police, you call lawyers, a witness. I don't give a damn who you call, bro. I don't. If I would have got my daughter cremated, she knew.
Yeah, she
This lady, this girl.
My daughter cremated. She knew that that's all I could afford is to get my daughter cremated.
And she knew that.
Are you able to I'm probably on the back end. Are you able to give us the number or so for whoever the guy or woman was with the Black Panthers, just so we can ask them some questions on the back end?
Yeah.
And before she plays anything else, here goes the Black Panthers doing their video. It's not that long, but
okay. That's fine.
Can y'all see where it says play and stuff? I'm about to play it. Can y'all see it?
Okay,
let's
hold
put
it down
just a little bit.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Replay. Hold on. Volume.
Oh, I'm so sick.
Hold on. Oh,
it's okay. Spirit be doing that. Spirit start messing everything up.
Okay, I think it's
okay. There we go.
Now, turn the volume up. Okay.
And at 4:30 a.m.,
it's kind of like
he came through the corridor and he saw something hanging from
back the camera up a little bit.
Yeah. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Oops, hold on. The volume. Give me a second.
Okay. Just take your time.
Oh my goodness, I hate this computer. Just give me a second.
Just take your time.
It's touch screen, so if you accidentally touch anything on it, and it went forward. So, damn it. Give me 1 sec.
Yes. Please double tap. Please share.
Okay, hold on.
All awareness.
Okay, now it should stop and restart. I don't want to play that one. The next one, I don't know who that is. Yeah, so.
Yeah, let's say Let's take your
see, I don't know who she is. Hold on.
I'm looking like shit. Okay.
Hold on.
That's right.
I got a new job.
It's okay, love.
Okay. Well, here goes some of it.
And at 4:30 in the morning, the security guard did another round. And at 4:30 a.m., he came through the corridor and he saw something hanging from this spot right here. He didn't know exactly what it was. He thought maybe it was a dummy or something. He didn't think it would be a real body. He thought it was something prank. He said somebody franked him. So what he did, he walked up to this spot right here and he looked and he realized that Sister Aliyah was hanging, suspended from this top rail with some kind of sheet from her own bed or something like that of that nature. We don't know exactly. We've had mixed reports of sheets, some type of clothing. We've had different people say different things about exactly what it was. So this was at 4:30 a.m. The police were called out. Once the police got here,
she can't show the video.
Very quick.
No, you don't got. No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Neighbors even knew that there was a body out there hanging.
Can you see it?
And that's very
Yes, that's
unusual.
good.
No doors were knocked on by the police to ask any kind of questions at all whatsoever, which is again very unusual. For a body to be hanging in an apartment complex with nobody seeing anything at all is one of the most unusual things.
Oh, sorry, it stopped.
So now that was just him explaining like the whole crime scene and so on and so forth. Yeah.
He
And I just was.
basically
Go
he
ahead, love.
said basically that the knot was tied, and the special knot you had. It was the special knot that was tied. You have to have knowledge of it. He said he didn't know how to tie that knot.
Military.
Yes, and
Okay.
what else? And he just said it was very unusual, and he said they were investigating it as a murder or something that
Yeah.
was unalive, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And
This
the guy
is
that's sitting in jail is ex-military.
Yeah, well, there
okay.
you go.
It's making sense. So he had ties with it. Oh my god! For one, I just want to say this. I know this. I commend you,
Thank you.
because this is a lot.
Yeah.
This is your child. This is a lot, and not many people will be able to just talk. So I commend you come up here to share what has happened to your daughter and being able to raise awareness. You're very strong. You're really resilient. And yeah, it's just like I feel strong about just everything. Like, this is like sad because it's like we know
Yeah.
what transpired, but it's like you're not even getting the proper. I seen an invite, Tori, but it went away. It's like it's not even given the proper light it's supposed to get because
Yeah,
like we have too many links in, and this is what they do. This is literally what they do, and this is why I tell people that it's very important for us to understand our lineages and what we're linked in with, and the Masons and so on and so forth, because this is happening, and it's happening on a large scale. It's like it's happening to your daughter. It happens to even the I'm sorry, spirits like coming through me. It's hard as hell. Even with Honey was showing us on the other live as well. All the same. It's like the friends. Even with Shanquilla, the friends. The friends are linked in with these people are not friends. They're stage. It's
Right.
not real friends.
Someone got mad at me for posting the picture of Shanquilla Robinson that was going around the internet. Everybody else posted it. I posted it and said, I forget what the caption is. It's still on my page, but it was something like, I am Aliyah Wilson, because my daughter was killed before by her friends, before Shanquilla. Now, and that's why I posted that, but Shanquilla might have been able to have been saved if she heard about my daughter's story.
Right.
And know that your friends can kill her.
Yeah.
So
and they're being hired.
Right. People got upset at me for posting, but I ain't care.
Right.
And I let them know this
you were right to post.
You're right. Yeah, you're owed that. That's
everybody's posting it. I'm like, you can get it off the internet, so you can't get mad at me.
They want to silence you. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And as long as you know you're doing it from a good place, you someone who lost. Listen, some things people. I've been on lives and people come for me, and I don't have time for keyboard warriors. I don't have time because if you saw me in real life, it'd be a different story.
Right.
I don't have time for that. If you know you're doing whatever it takes to get attention for your child, okay, then don't worry about the rest.
Right.
As long as you are coming from a heartfelt place, you know. So, what the haters say?
Right.
Yeah, and it's like,
good night.
It was a murder. It wasn't a suicide.
Go to bed.
It's just like it's kind of sad because it's like all this evidence, all these things that we tying in and bringing in and stuff like that. Y'all, this is y'all job. And y'all
What
didn't
y'all supposed to be doing?
right, but because we're doing it with the integrity of actually helping the situation, you know, it's different on our end. But it's like you, like I said, I commend you because I feel so much different emotions. Aliyah's making me feel sick for the last I don't know how long. I keep saying I feel sick because I do. I feel sick out of nowhere. But it's more so just my, you know, gut area. I feel sick. Like I feel just very hurt. Um, but this is a lot. This is a whole lot. But it's also the fact that it's so much clear evidence. That's how you know it's like an inside job. This is how you know. And I'm telling everyone.
Exactly. It's like I told the FBI and the police, okay, you might say everything I have is circumstantial, but if you all put it all together, it paints a picture. Come on, I got voice clippings,
You got
I got videos,
multiple.
videos that she did where
Yeah.
she's basically saying, Sirach, she says, Sirach, you know what the F you did? You set Aliyah up.
Mm.
Okay, I thought they're trying to tell me my daughter killed herself. So what is this? She set Aliyah up.
Yeah.
Right after my daughter dies, this girl does the video like a week after.
Mm. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And this is, like I said, this is a sad thing about it because a lot of people they'll make you feel like you're going crazy because you're starting to notice people and things watching you and so on and so forth. She was just, could you please, I mean, I don't want to put you through the motions again, but could you please play that clip again? Just
Yeah,
of
I
what
gotta
she
get.
said. Just
I'm
so
so.
other people can, like I said, if anyone has any connections to the FMs, and y'all know what I'm talking about, the Sons. Yeah, put the rest of the syllables in there. Y'all need to definitely.
138.
Hold on, that was the Black Panthers.
Yeah, y'all need to. Yeah, I definitely want to talk to the because I didn't even know that the Black Panthers was they were still popping out. So I guess are we re-emerging?
But
This is what we need.
no, the only thing about them though that I mean they would ask. I would send them videos. And like for instance, I sent him a video of this girl Sirach. They got into a car accident, and it said her real name in there, and in the video, that's how I got her real name. And
Mm-hmm.
the Black Panthers came back to me. The Black Panther dude came back to me and was like, "Oh, in the video they say a real name. Get a real what's a real name? Watch the video and get a real name. Why can't you watch it and get it?" And I told you what her real name was. So it was
Right,
like they weren't paying attention to what I was saying. And they also
right.
did not know that my daughter was holding a cell phone in her hand.
So they wasn't reviewing it then?
Exactly. It was something they
Because
weren't doing.
that's a key. That's a key evidence right there. And
So,
the in the hand, the cell phone in the hand is just representing all CNI. Yeah.
like I did this interview with this lady. Her name was Tea Time from Monkey, and
Okay.
I did an interview with her, and I ain't like how the interview went to begin with because she didn't really let me talk about Aliyah. She just basically talked about how I need therapy and my children need therapy. And then
So she basically wasn't okay.
this woman turns around and a month later did an interview with the ex. How she was able to get a hold of her and
It
but
was
she
it was about the clicks
didn't.
and views for her.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
didn't question her nothing about what I
No
said. She
integrity.
basically put this ex on a pedestal. They laughed at me because I wanted her to go on Steve Wilkins and take a lie detector test.
She needs
And
to.
they
Yes,
laughed
like
at me.
just please.
Her spirit, but spirit is telling me her spirit is already conflicted, and that X ain't all human. I'm
No.
gonna keep telling y'all that.
And then this lady said, well, I'm a mother and I wouldn't go around showing a picture of my daughter like that, my daughter hanging. And it's like, if I
You're raising awareness.
exactly, because if I would have showed people, I would have never known she was holding that cell phone.
Right.
So, okay, I'm about to get to it. Hopefully, it's right there.
Yeah.
Here it goes.
That girlfriend eyes kept changing colors. That's what she keeps showing me.
Here it goes. Yep.
When I come home, and chest hurts. Like my head got banged in. Like
My head got banged in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about any of that stuff. Like, I just want to know why everybody hates me.
They
I
isolate her.
want to go home. I want to go home. I can't. I'm scared people are out to get me. Like, I should never feel like that.
People out to get her.
Yeah.
People out to get her. And that's why I felt that feeling like a forced trauma to my head. I was like, I feel like she was hit, and she's saying that she got hit in the head. Her head was banged. She's crying. They started to isolate her. Yeah,
Right.
that clip is very, very woof. It's heavy. And thank you for playing it again. But that's why I said I just commend you because this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a whole lot. And I just feel like it's a whole thing of just trying to like it's like and I'm just saying this in a more hypothetical sense, but it's like, okay, since y'all not gonna do what we want you to do, boom, they do what they do to the daughter, and it's now like a ha-ha.
Mm-hmm.
Because the girl and the other people involved gets away with it, and it's like a taunting.
Right.
And it's silencing at the same time. Even with all of this evidence, that's what's not making sense to me. Even with all this evidence, it's still a, oh no, she did. No, she did not.
And what makes me upset is the FBI, okay? You got the power to run IP addresses and whatnot. Okay, my
Yes.
daughter's Facebook page, I sent you the picture of it. If you looked at the top, it says remembering. Her Facebook page has been memorialized, and it wasn't memorialized by me. And I wrote my daughter it was August, I believe 1st or 8th, but she had passed away already, and I knew that, but I was grieving. It made me feel better to write her a messenger. Why'd she look at it? Somebody was on her page, and to this day, she has a Plenty of Fish account. To this day, somebody's still logging in using her account.
Oh my gosh.
And I've had people, because I don't have Plenty of Fish, but I've had people send me it, and it's like, look, she's logging in. My daughter.
Right.
And they sent me pictures like, wait a minute. So.
They are these they are sick.
Yeah.
Whoa. I just ask the ancestors to come through and protect us in this moment, because oh my gosh, this is a whole lot. This is a whole lot.
Oh, there's a whole lot to this. It's ridiculous. There's a whole lot, and I got
I'm getting at the
pictures.
associated with the federal, yeah.
I got pictures of everything. Like I said, her box spring is missing. I have a picture of it. I have a picture of it sitting on her bed, and her room's ransacked. There was not one piece of paper.
So the house was ramshacked and all that stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Clothing and everything was missing. Blue stole that. I know she didn't kill my daughter, but she stole my daughter's belongings and knows about the death. Knew about how they hung her out there. And but anyways, I got pictures of that. I got pictures of my daughter's journal sitting on a bed, but it's missing. And Blue admitted to having it. And I got voice clippings where the ex-girlfriend is telling me, well, Blue never had her journal. Then Blue, I can't help it, Blue has the journal. She's a grown woman. I can't make her give it to you. But you said she never had it. But then you're saying she's got it.
Right. So it's like it's a lot of runaround.
So
but this is what they do. They and that's what I'm saying. You have all this evidence. All of it.
Yes.
This just feels like a mockery, like haha. Like, that's what I feel like. It's a big joke, far as like how they're perceiving their energy towards it. Like, look, you got all this, and you know, it's just like this is like that's how. I'm sorry, it's just a lot of energy. This is how you could tell that this is definitely an inside job.
Mm-hmm.
And so sad,
People
yeah, it
can
is.
get to listen to me on TikTok or social media. Just people that aren't authorities, just us regular people is who I can get to listen. Authority wise and all that, I spent all morning calling civil attorneys, can't get one. Just
Because
frustrated with
Spirit is
calling people
saying
because
that
it's like
they're
nobody
linking through all
listens
the
to me.
connections, any legal connections. They're trying to link, link through it. You know.
I had Houston News. Houston News was very interested in the case. But once I gave them my
Thank you.
daughter's case number,
Thank you for liking.
they never
Yeah.
contacted me back. So it was like the police were telling them, like they'd call the police and the police would be like, oh, she's crazy, or we invested this case. Police told me one time they investigated my daughter's case more than any other
Yeah, they pay
homicide case
people
they
off.
had.
Yeah. Right. So it's like
I told them
so.
I hate to see homicide cases you investigated. Sorry.
No. It's okay. No. So basically, you reached out and sent in her case number and everything, stuff like that, and it's like got rejected. Like basically, like, oh, we don't want to touch. Because I told y'all, Spirit, for people that's coming in here, Spirit is telling me when people die or get unalive, just like Marilyn Monroe and many other different figures, public figures, and so on and so forth, they put a certain type of sigil on your death records.
Right.
That's what they kept showing me on her file,
I
on
have a
Leah's
picture
file.
of that. Hold on,
Oh,
let
you
me
have
see.
that?
Yes.
Look, confirmation. Yeah, they put and this is coming to me as a download. They put a Pacific type of sigil on it, so they know. Like, yeah,
Yes.
let's put that to the side and let's just deal with that. Yep, don't open it, don't touch it, don't. And they train them.
There, I think that's it. That's what came from the city of Houston, correct?
I can tell you exactly what it says. It
Yeah.
said the report number, and as the report number for Aliyah Nicole Wilson is non-releasable. It is a confidential homicide report. You may contact Open
Confidential.
Records to see if they're able to print the report.
Confidential.
Confidential homicide. Homicide and
I never heard
suicide
no.
in two different things.
Right, it do, but
Yeah, it says
confidential.
homicide.
Mm-hmm.
It's sickening. Yes,
And
that's.
this one
Mm-hmm.
right here. Can you
That's
tell
the
us?
ligature mark. It's hard to
Yeah.
see. You can't really see the ligature mark, but it goes directly around her neck. Nowhere. Suicide is supposed to go up by your ears and up in the back, and it goes directly around her neck.
Yeah, that's giving very much someone tied that around her neck. And they know it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a tie around the neck. I studied forensic science
that
as
was.
well.
Yeah,
If
the
someone
staging.
does hang themselves, it goes, yes, it goes right up their neck, right behind their ear.
And if you see the picture of my daughter hanging from one of her heads to the side, the knot is like up here. It looked like your head can be just slid through it.
Right, it wasn't given like yeah because it was
Right.
staged.
And then she looks like a zombie. She
I'm
looks
about to
like
ask, did she look like a doll, like did it look like really her
I,
or
I've seen people hanging that have just been hanging, and like for instance, black people, and they're like your complexion, and
mm-hmm.
they still have their skin color, their
Yeah,
skin tone. Not her. Her. No, her face
Because
is
that
like
she was
blotched
already
up and
dead. That was rigor
right.
mortis. With
Yep.
rigor
Yeah.
mortis, yeah,
It says in the autopsy rigor was easy to break.
yeah.
Well, that
Rigor
means rigor
mortis set
mortis
in.
has set in.
Yeah, rigor mortis had already set in, meaning the coloration of her blood had already dissipated from her skin, making her look lighter. And also because she was already dead when they placed her over that balcony. she died in the apartment is
Yes.
evidence of her body being laying in that apartment, in that room, on that bed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the evidence. That's why it was ransacked. Why they took
and
the
like
mattress,
she
because
had,
she died on that mattress.
And I feel like they also put and this might sound a little, excuse me for, I was gonna be said straight
Unalive.
as spirit bringing it to me. I also feel like not only did they put the phone in her hand
Yes.
as the eye of all seeing, but they also put it in her hand to be a joke towards you, like a direct shot towards you, because she was constantly
that's
calling
why I
you.
like took a picture.
Yeah,
Because why would you give someone a picture with her holding a cell phone?
yeah.
So,
These
and
mother
then
sick.
her earring gauge was missing.
Her.
Was missing. The white plastic earring gauge. It
Mm-hmm.
was missing. And I complained that it was missing. And this lieutenant told me that he thought he seen it in a picture entangled in the sheet. And I got a picture in the sheet's black. The earring gauge is white, and there is not no white spot on that
Did
sheet.
you did you also get her nose ring? The bull piercing? Okay.
Yeah, I
Got
did
that.
get that. So,
Any
but
other
I don't know.
like trinkets that she would wear that is missing?
Did they move
No,
her
that's
body
the only
multiple
one.
times?
That's
Yes.
the only thing that's missing. Okay.
Well, if she had anything, a necklace on, I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
you wouldn't know. Okay.
And what was weird to me is when I went to the evidence room to get her backpack, they said she took. What was weird to me in the police report, it states her contents in the backpack, and a pack of cigarettes was was one of the contents, and
Mm.
I didn't get the cigarettes.
Hmm.
And when I went to the evidence room, all they did, and I know here in Michigan, when you go to the evidence room to get something, they go through every piece of every little piece. They would have opened
Right.
up the
Yeah,
backpack
and
and
they
gone
put it
through
in a separate
every
bag.
piece, and you would have signed saying, "Yes, I did get it. Yes, I did
Yeah.
get it." They just handed me the backpack.
They didn't pack it. They didn't put it in individual bags. Now, the city of
No,
Houston is known for
he
covering up crimes.
Mm.
they tried to tell me that the pack of cigarettes that was missing. He tried to tell me that we marked those as separate evidence because $1 million could have been in them. Well, for one, it don't see that in the police report. For two, you didn't check the front zipper part of that backpack. There was 2 tubes of lipstick in the front zipper part,
Mm.
and there could
Mm.
have been drugs in there or $1 million.
Right, and
Okay.
that's why I thought it was like they played with her like a doll stage and set her up. But yeah, I wrote that all down. I literally channeled her, and I
Yes.
wrote so much as she was like speaking, and she even was her energy was even her spirit was saying, "I'd rather wait for the live." She didn't even
Mm.
want to but she was already showing me so much. That's how I was asking about the risks and everything and stuff like that. The 3 people, Terrence. I don't know who the hell Terrence is.
Can she go into in depth and describe Terrence? Maybe that one, the one that is the friend of the ex, maybe goes by Terrence for
I
that
keep seeing like
masculine.
short black hair, but I
Now
also feel
Terrence
like
looks like he has short. That person from the picture looks
right.
like they have short black hair.
But I'm gonna say this as well. There was like I feel like there was double operation.
Okay.
Like I feel like it's them, and then I feel like it was a spew of others that came in after the situation.
To
You
clean it
know,
up. The cleaners.
Yeah, because
yeah.
there's a lot of people that know. Like the
Did she ever
FBI
speak about? Did she ever? I'm sorry. This did she ever speak about her grandfather being a Mason?
no, no, he wasn't. He wasn't a Mason. The
What was?
grandfather, huh?
Wait, who was the Mason? Because you said somebody was. You said your
My,
father,
yeah, my.
your
Oh,
dad.
okay.
Yeah, that would be her grandfather. Yeah,
It would have been hers. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Okay, so
thinking
yeah.
about my grandfather.
Okay, yeah. So you said she never spoke about that. Did she know about that?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Okay, because those things as well put ritual. Yeah, It seems like, and if anyone else want to come up, you definitely can be respectful.
Yeah.
If you have a comment or so, or a question, but it just seems like it's so bizarre. Oh my god,
Right.
oh my god, goodness, that explains a lot. Yeah, that does explain a lot.
Yeah.
It
That's what I was saying. That's why when I went to go look up, uh, Mason and Freemason, and I put the phone in there, and I went
I
and it
do
says,
have a question.
I seen a way of they communicate, and it said all seeing eye, and I
Yeah.
put iPhone equals all seeing eye because this
Also,
phone sees everything.
also
like
question.
that.
With her body, when the first responders, did they take her to the hospital or they took her immediately to the morgue?
They took her immediately to the morgue. It says in the
Very
police report
suspicious.
the HFD called her time of death.
Yeah. Okay, that's very suspicious because one thing with procedure is the ambulance is there to even if the person is deceased, they still go to the hospital because the hospital too can do a autopsy.
Right.
Okay, that means it's a double autopsy, one from the
The hospital.
hospital and one from the coroner if that person is now deceased and it's a murder.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is where the corruption comes in because you follow the trail where you send out these corrupt first responders. You send out these officers who obviously didn't tape off the crime scene
Yeah.
because the steps, the sidewalk should have been taped off. The
Yeah.
people
Right.
in the apartment should have been main witnesses and should have been at the police station.
Even
Her
you,
The,
body should
even
have
you
been
going to the
escorted to the
apartment.
hospital.
Even her as the mom going to the apartment, it should have been people
Yes.
there
Yes.
because it's an open case still at that time.
Yes. Open case. That should have still been taped off.
They tell Denise she must have a warrant for
So it's
records.
like if her body didn't go to the hospital in transit, they can do
They
whatever.
barely investigated where's the DNA kit. Yeah, it could. It was a whole. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, honey.
But yeah, I was saying in transit they can do whatever. They can get whatever organs they want to get.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they didn't send no pictures of your child on the slab because that's what coroners do. They take pictures of the body before they even cremate the body.
Or do
right.
anything on the body,
We all
and they
seen
also
Dr.
take
G.
pictures of any of the
Any organs, anything in when they cut open, we all seen Dr. G. They take pictures of everything. That is proper procedure. You're supposed to take pictures of the face to even identify for the file.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to take if they don't have any identification cards on them, you take a picture of the deceased body with their eyes closed. They should have had pictures of her body before they even cremated her.
Yeah, that's a big lawsuit. Yeah,
Yeah, big lawsuit.
a lot of
The
a lot
more
of red
whoever was the
flags.
coroner of the city of Houston
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I
definitely
say,
covered up some stuff. Because I want to personally talk to them
yeah.
because
And
That's
he,
why.
and you said her complex didn't have no surveillance. Just to double check that off.
no, she said
When
they
I
did.
walked the grounds, the residents had security cameras and cameras, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Residents had cameras. Go to bed. And
Oh,
then I don't know. Answer this if y'all can. That live in an apartment. What maintenance man does maintenance at 3:30 in the morning?
Someone who is a cover up.
yeah. What's with the number
Exactly, because
113?
her apartment is 131A.
Mm.
Flip it
Okay.
around.
Yeah. So that's what is just
So,
popping
but
in.
the FBI tried to say that maintenance at 3:30 in the morning went to go work on somebody's apartment, and that
Not no three. Not
they
no three.
thought they seen
I
Aliyah
would just live
standing
through
out.
those.
They
If it's
thought
an
they seen
emergency
Aliyah.
call,
Not no
Right.
three thirty in the morning though. They wait until like normal working
6
hours to
o'clock.
come in.
Yeah.
I
He
never
was
had
like,
a maintenance man
right,
come at no 3:30. What the hell you coming here at that time for?
Unless
He
Unless we
he
was
doing
like,
trying to get
something,
up in there.
even if it's an emergency,
they're gonna
Yeah.
see,
wait until the morning.
right, right. And he tried to tell me that the maintenance man at 3:30 in the morning had an emergency and thought he'd seen Aliyah standing outside her apartment. I said no. I said Blue is light skinned. She's bald headed, just like my daughter. And say bye. And I said unless he went up and talked to her, and it
Yeah,
wasn't
and
her.
what if Blue just could put on some of Aaliyah's clothes?
She did. She's the one that stole all my daughter's clothes. So
Okay,
So
then it's
she's
simple.
so that makes sense.
Yeah, that
She was
makes
trying to make
sense.
it seem like she was outside at this time when that was
Yeah,
really her ass.
they
right.
called each other sisters. I think she was outside
Mm-hmm.
watching.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
Looking out.
I don't think the maintenance man seen her. I
Ooh,
think
what I just
somebody
seen
else
is her looking
seen it.
around. I'm sorry to cut you off, but what I just seen is her looking around outside. It's cold. She like this.
She's smoking a
She
cigarette,
fidgety as fuck.
and then she's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, she fidgety as fuck.
Because I did
Smoking that
see her
cigarette.
smoking a
Looks
cigarette.
scared as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But it's commotion going on in the back.
Yeah.
She's scared as fuck. It's
So the
keeping her
maintenance man wasn't
hunted.
the real maintenance man.
Yeah. Who
Right,
is the security guard? Who discovered her body? Because the person right here is saying the security guard took the picture of Aliyah.
right. His name is Abdullah Muhammad. It said he's Asian, has black hair and black eyes.
Okay, one of my friends said there's the Asian was involved in.
I called him because his number's on the report. I've never spoken to him, and I called and I pressed star 67, but I got scared and I said my name was Chantel, and I was like, "Who'd I call?" And he did tell me his name was Abdullah, and so
So you just never got no other clarity from that. You got scared. Okay. Well,
right, I
that's
got scared.
understandable
But
because it's
I
like
do
you.
want to call him again and ask him some questions. I mean,
Yeah, you just
I
need
keep
a
seeing a
private
gray car.
investigator.
I don't know
That's
why.
where the private investigator would come in,
Like an old ass, like an old
and
yeah,
gray
but
could
car.
they're
be
like
able
ten
to
thousand
dig.
dollars, and I can't afford that.
Well, the universe will look out for you.
Yeah, oh yeah, the universe definitely
Yeah,
look out
but
for
the
you.
thing
It's gonna
about it
be
is like they try
somebody
to.
out there waiting to tell your story and do it for free. You
So
know what
what?
I'm
And what
saying?
was that? Right. And what was the security guard saying? Like, what was it? Was he making rounds? What was like? And y'all got security guards, so y'all tell y'all got cameras,
And what security guard runs?
Yeah.
I mean, why are you security guard if you're scared like that?
right?
But he said he came around the corner, seen dangling feet, and ran to call the police. But yeah, he had time to take a picture. No,
Yeah, they ain't adding up.
that's why
Especially,
I want to speak to him.
yeah, we need to speak to him.
Yeah, I want to
You
go
still
back
have his.
to
Um,
you mentioned that you were aware that she may have did some things for money.
yes,
Um
my daughter.
yes, and on that being said, like, yeah, that road can be a dangerous road to walk down, and the people that are associated with that journey, that
Right.
could be cause of whoever is the big man that came and said, oh, was she finding out too much, and they just set that whole thing up because it is giving Alexis Ware how she just up and went missing.
Y'all arguing in the conversation.
and
Right. No, keep going.
and yeah, it's just you never know who is handling that situation to put her in situations of getting money,
Right.
and how the ex could play a role in that, could be the middleman in
Yeah.
setting her up with transactions.
Yeah. Because it's like a basically trying to pimp her out,
Yeah.
and then again, that's where the control comes in at, and that's why when her saying she want to leave and go because she's not with it no more. Like she's like, oh, this ain't like they painted this illusion of what it was supposed to be, like the experience, but it was nothing like she thought it was. It was chaotic, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And did she have any pets?
No. She had a kitten, but it
I was
got
just about
fleas,
to say a
so
cat. Did she have
we
like
got
a
rid of
cat?
it.
Okay, because I'm seeing pets in my head, so I was like, did you have any pets? Okay. Yeah, but no, that's what it seems like. It's like she got to the point where she didn't want to beat it no more. Obviously, she left the voicemails and etc. and called, and they just it's like they hurry up and like, okay, we gotta do what we gotta do now
Right.
because she's not giving us no more of what we want, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like I want to. Is she paint? Did this? Obviously, we know that the Masons are part of it, but was it because of the grandfather being associated with it? Was it because him not wanting to be it no more? That's kind of like the retaliation that they give you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because we've heard this a few times, honey. You know, so it's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
yeah. So it's so many questions, but on top of
Was
that,
she
it's
spiritual?
yeah, she was going through
Um,
awakening.
Yeah.
yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
but she was already knowing things. I feel like she
Yeah.
definitely was already knowing things. I
Trying
feel
to
like she was
tap
always
into her
she was
gift.
dreaming things too.
Yeah.
And that's where she started to be like, I'm leaving, I'm going.
Yeah, she felt the energy, yeah.
I think even when she wrote that status about her, leaving to go to Michigan and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
with the LOLs, let's take the LOLs out of it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to stage it this way because the girlfriend and them can see my stuff.
Right.
So I gotta
Right.
make. I can't make it too serious
Too
looking. I gotta
rowdy
make it
because
like, man, I'm gonna go to the store, or whatever.
they in that apartment with her. Like the
Yes,
girlfriend lives with her. So it's like,
yes,
yeah, I
yeah.
can't make it too rowdy
Can't
where
make it too because she was trying to. She was trying to. I feel like she came out of the bedroom at some point and heard that girlfriend on the phone talking to someone, some man with a deep voice. This is what spirit is bringing me. A man with a very deep voice. And what she
okay.
heard scared the hell out of her. Go ahead.
Okay, y'all, I just dialed the number. I'm about to put on speakerphone, but this is the security guard.
Okay, we ain't gonna say nothing. Okay.
Wait. Is it? Yes, darling. Speaker.
Just ask him he can recall the night.
Hello?
Yes, Abdullah.
Hello?
Yes, this is Abdullah, right?
Yes, who is this?
Yes, my name is Denise McClendon. I'm Leah Wilson's mother, the girl they found hanging at Piney Point almost 3 years ago, and you were a security guard there.
Where?
Were you the security guard there?
No, ma'am. I quit the job almost like a year.
Okay, but were you security guard on July 19, 2020 at Village of Piney Point?
Yes.
And you took a picture of my daughter hanging?
No.
The Black Panthers that they obtained it from you, you didn't give the Black Panthers the picture of my daughter hanging?
No, ma'am. You got the wrong information.
Okay,
So what did you
but
know?
did you find her body?
Huh?
Did you find her body?
What?
I said, did you find my daughter hanging though?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, you're in the police report, and your number is also in my police report, and it said you found her.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I said you are in the police report, and in the police report it states that you found my daughter's body hanging.
I don't remember that, ma'am. It's almost 2 years.
Right, it's been almost 2 years, but if you see somebody hanging, you're gonna remember.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Now I got it. I remember that. At Penny Point, is it I think section A.
Yes. Her apartment was found
next to the laundry room.
Yes, sir. Did you take a picture?
Yes, I took the picture, but I don't think so. I have it.
Oh, okay. I have the picture. I'm not asking you that. Okay. The picture that you gave the Black Panthers, the picture that you gave them, she's holding a cell phone in her hand. How did that cell phone get out of my daughter's hands? Because I received it in the backpack, and the police said they don't have a picture of her holding that phone. But the
I don't
picture,
even know that about the man. Look, that night the situation is really bad. So like she's hanging on a grill, and it's a really darkness, and like I'm really scared to be really honest. Then I called the 911 emergency right away when the cops is coming. So cops did everything. I don't even know that she had a backpack on her top or next to her, and what else? I don't even know that.
okay, okay, do you realize the picture you took? She had a phone in her hand.
No, ma'am. She's hanging on a grill. Do you really think she keep the phone in her hand?
I have the picture of her having the phone in her hand. I have the picture.
I don't even know about her phone, ma'am. Because I'm not
So
gonna be
what made you take it?
involved in this kind of situations.
In danger.
What made you take the picture?
What made you take the picture of my daughter?
Sorry?
I said, what was your reasoning for taking the picture of her?
I made the picture because I wanna report to the manager in the morning a.m. So whenever we've done the shift, we attach some pictures in email and send it to the manager. So what's going on all night? So he gonna be take the action against the people or something. So I just take the picture and attach in a report. That's it.
Okay, and did you know her girlfriend Courtney Brown?
No, I don't even know about her. Nothing.
No, okay. All right. Well, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Well, we had a few more questions to ask, but it's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But we
I'm
commend you
nervous.
on doing that. I know.
I'm nervous. I was like, he's like, huh.
Yeah,
And no, I didn't want.
We commend you on doing that because he was trying to at first act like he didn't know what you was talking about.
Right, and I'm like, I got a picture and you're in the police report, but that's strange how he don't want to be involved.
Because
he said, I don't want to be involved.
Approached him.
Would y'all go to bed? I'm trying. Sorry, I'm trying to get my kids in.
It's okay.
Y'all going to bed?
I feel like he gonna block her number as well. No, we definitely commend you for that.
I pressed *67 and called him.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Yes.
So he don't even have the number, but I bet you he won't answer no more *67 calls. Right. And he's not going to answer if I call straight through. He won't answer because he probably knows that it's a Michigan number, 810.
The fact that he kind of said he didn't know she had a backpack.
Right.
How did you know that? You knew.
Yeah, nobody asked him that question. Nobody asked him that question.
Maybe it was because I told him, well, who put the phone in her backpack? Did I say that?
I don't think you did.
No, you didn't. You didn't say that. I caught that. I was like, I'm gonna remember that. I caught that. He really told on himself right then and there. How did you know she had a backpack on her, sir?
From 2 years ago, where he said he couldn't remember 2 years.
You couldn't remember 2 years.
I feel he was approached.
Yes.
And then he just quit because he's like, I'm not.
Everybody out there at Village of Piney, everybody out there at the Village of Piney Point knew who the security guards were. So I believe he is lying because my daughter's next door neighbor, older white man, told me that his walls used to shake. And he said that he came outside one day and my daughter was on the stoop all bloody talking about call the police. So that security guard is a liar. He knew about the
security for if all this is happening.
What type of security for? Talking about I left that job, but also he ain't lie.
Yeah, because we're gonna ask some more questions. But
I know I'm
he
about to
was
smoke
he.
cigarette. I was
But
nervous.
I know that was a lot for you. So like I said, we want you to definitely be calm because I know that was a lot. That's like literally talking to
Yeah, talking
I
to
know I've
someone
never
who was a
spoken to
witness.
him before. I've never spoken to him.
Right.
So
No,
I'm like,
we definitely happy that you got that
To
courage and because that we need answers. And on top of that,
yeah.
he knows, but I feel like some guys already had approached him. Like I feel like shortly after it he was approached. And
well,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when he wanted to yes, you definitely
he
did
said
do a
he
great
took
job.
Yeah.
he said he took the picture for the purpose of
The
in the
manager.
morning to let the office know. I had emailed corporate and I told because I was begging them for them to press charges on Courtney, excuse me, on the ex for busting the window. And corporate, you have to email them. And corporate emailed me back and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And they was like, "In 48 hours, somebody will get a hold of you," and nobody ever did.
Hmm.
And they acted like they didn't know there was anybody found out there like that.
Mm.
So yeah,
So the whole damn
Mm.
place is like in a little cahoots. Like, is this where
right,
they?
Okay.
And how did she get the?
right.
If you don't mind me asking, how did she get the part? Like, was it a very easy process for her to get it, or like what happened
She
with
had
that?
to she had to go stay in the shelter, and she knew the shelter would help you get an apartment. She had a caseworker and all that that helped her get the apartment. The apartment that she lived in was paid for like a
Oh,
year.
oh, okay,
So it was like a bad area, bad apartment.
right. And it was and it was already paid in advance.
Mm-hmm.
And but anyways, the lady that worked in the office told me that they thought it was foul play from the beginning. And the officer that I talked to, the lieutenant, he never got a hold of her. And
Yeah.
actually, it was a black dude that was a lieutenant. So I was like,
Mm.
cool, cool, because my daughter was black. So I'm like, oh, they're gonna do something because it was a black dude, but he was more like a sensitive ear. But he kept telling me, oh, we're gonna wait to see what the autopsy says, even though I asked him to ask a question and was telling him all this weird stuff. And he was like, we're gonna wait till the autopsy comes back. And he kept telling me that we're gonna wait to see what they say. And then when the autopsy came back, I'm here in Michigan, and he called and told me that the autopsy came back suicide. And but make a long story short, he retired after that, and
Mm.
he wasn't that old. He
Mm.
wasn't. He wasn't even old to retire.
Right. So they just and that's something that they do. They just start Xing people out. Like they give them that.
I think he knew. I think
Yeah.
he knew something wasn't right, and it kind of probably was
Normally
on
that's
his
what they
conscience.
do,
I
and
went ahead
they'll
and
try to get
retired.
away
He was
from
like,
it.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I feel like
That's what I
they
think.
do
Yeah.
that. She making me feel sick again, but yeah, it's like they'll do that. They'll give them that like, okay, what you gonna do? Keep your mouth closed, da da da, or and they just end up resigning out of nowhere, and sometimes moving.
And
You know,
then another weird situation that happened, and I showed this lieutenant that had retired. I showed him because my friend had video of it, and I don't have video of it, and she no longer has it because she cleaned her phone out. But anyways, the video was that she took. She lives in a cul-de-sac, and she knew everybody in the area, and you could
mm,
see the stop sign from her driveway, from her
Mm.
garage.
mm,
But anyways, this girl Lolo and this girl JJ, and these are all fake names that I'm using because they all use a fake name.
right, right,
But
right.
anyways, they were trying their hardest to get me to go out to my daughter's apartment, and it was pitch black out there.
So do you
And
have the
I was like,
address to where the complex one's accent?
and it was pitch black out there. So my friend was like, her husband was like, no, I don't trust that. He was like, have him come over here.
Right.
So, but before I was telling them to come over here, when they thought I was going over there, Lolo gonna say, "Well, I don't think I can make it because I got my daughter with me, and I ain't got my gat with me, and they might get to shooting in my car. And I'm immediately thinking gang. And then she tells me when I tell her to come over there, she's like, "Oh, my friend to drive me over there. She has her gat and it's registered." So I expected Lolo, her driver, and JJ to show up. No. There was a truck parked down the street smashing on the brakes. So we could tell somebody was in there, and that truck was out from the neighborhood. And Lolo pulled up, and when she pulled up in between the houses, so we had to come out of the garage and like down the driveway to see her, and she's texting the whole time. And this car pulled up to the stop sign with its headlights off, and they pulled up behind this truck. And then Lolo was like, "They're with me." And so I waved them to come back. And now, mind you, she's texting. She's still texting the whole time. We thinking she's texting them up there. And so I waved them to come back. It took them a minute, but they finally came back. And I didn't realize it then because I was grieving. She got out the car and she said she barely knew Aliyah. And then what was weird, it was like 7 or 8 girls showed up when I only expected like 3. Like 7 or 8 showed up. And then Lolo, it took her 30 minutes to get to where I was at, and she only stayed about 5 minutes, and they all left. And I think they peeped at my friend's security cameras because he had security cameras on the outside of his house. And I think
it's given that they're hiring all these different people.
Yeah.
so.
You know?
It was, but the lieutenant even was like, sat back in his chair and was like, when he looked at the video, like, no, like something wasn't right with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to set me up.
Yeah. Because it's like you looking for answers, you raising awareness and so on and so forth. And it's like on top of that, that puts a target, they obviously that targets individuals in regards to like you're not just letting it die down as I'm sorry, I'm just feeling so ill. Whew, from the energy. You're not letting the energy just die down. You're fighting for the justice of your daughter as you should. And these this is crazy. Like this is it's so bizarre because it's so much evidence, it's so much direction.
Right.
7, what did Aliyah have that they wanted so bad? I just feel like more so they wanted ownership over her, but I also feel like it's a retaliation to just the make
definitely get back.
Yes.
Yes, that's what
that's why they
in
left
the
the
car
phone.
is get back, revenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
The phone equals the iPhone equals all seeing eye. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This is a lot of energy, but so it's like it's just a whole lot, and even the guy, even us talking to that security guard, or talking to the security guard, and he just like retracting, and then yes, it was. That he was scared.
Redirecting it.
That means his ass was coerced, and if they call you or someone call you, you don't know shit. You didn't say shit.
Right.
That's what it's given. Like, oh no,
I would have went for the juggler. How much money did they pay you?
All right. What did they say they'll do to you?
I'll call him. I got 2 phones. I'll call him. I'm like, so how much money they pay you? Don't worry about who I am.
What did they say they'll do to you?
Right. Well, don't worry about who I am. I may be somebody that can help you.
He probably act dumb because he's foreign, and you know how some
Mexican. They love to act dumb. I'm like, don't play.
Yeah, some Mexican people act like they can't speak English or don't understand it.
I'm like, don't play stupid with me. You know what the fuck I'm talking about, boy.
Right, just because they don't want to talk to you.
They're gonna be like, no, how's English? No.
No.
I'm like, okay. How
Girl, you understand sweet E flows though.
And then they start talking in English to another person. It's like, I thought you could speak no English.
I see. They want to say a little. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is, like I said, this was very, very informative, very connecting to all these. And honey, did you have that thing as well? What's the other connecting cases or? Did you
Yeah,
ever
I
make
have their
that?
pictures.
Okay. Just because it's like a lot of the different Shanquilla, well, this happened before Shanquilla, so your daughter Shanquilla, even if it was a girl, it was a woman, that was an Instagram fitness model, and they tried to make it seem like she killed herself, and the text messages that was fake, and it just like, uh,
There, their pictures.
Yep. And like Kanika.
Yeah,
Kanika
Kanika's
was the
down at the
first.
bottom.
yeah, Kanika was the kickoff, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, Kanika was.
yeah, there you go.
Kanika was the kickoff, the harvesting, the
Yeah, that's
rituals.
just to name a few, and also Alexis Crawford.
Yes, almost forgot what was Alexis.
Alexis Crawford was killed by her roommate slash best friend
Mm,
because the boyfriend, they had an altercation. The boyfriend tried to sexually touch her, and Alexis reported it. She did not like the boyfriend, and she did advise her roommates, have him in your room and not in the common area,
mm,
because they share that space in a way, and she felt uncomfortable. But the friend continued to bring the boyfriend around Alexis, and then it transpired to one day where Alexis didn't show up for class that morning, and it went a week later where her parents had to come in to town and see where she look. Can't even they voice went out
that's that spirit.
to come into town,
It was done to me earlier. Yeah.
and come to find out, Alexis' body was found stuffed in a bin.
Good or bad?
In a bed.
In a bin, like those
Oh, a bed.
box bins. Yeah,
Oh, woman with the guy that happened with the recently with the other guy. The
yeah,
he was found
stuffed in the
stuffed in a metal
mailbox.
box,
In the middle mailbox. Yeah. So
and he
yeah,
was an
there she
activist
was
and
found,
everything.
and something that occurred in my backyard that I had, that was the first case that I was on publicly, was it was a young lady that went to Fort Valley State University, and she was killed by her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the military. Um and Aunt wanted to play like she didn't know, but we pressured her so much that she had to go ahead and say like he wasn't home that day, of the scene. Like she was present in her home, like, because at first the aunt was denying that to us, but when I got on, I was pressuring the aunt. I was like, I need everything from you.
Right.
And come to find out, when they found her car, it was damaged from the front.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew the front bumper was missing. I knew the front bumper was somewhere else, because they
Mm-hmm.
knew, and that was letting the police know. Also, we were informing the police at that time to let them know, like, hey, that front bumper is somewhere else. So it didn't happen here. And then videos got released of where the boyfriend was slashing her tires. He busted her windows at her house because she had video cameras installed after the first incident of him busting her windows before. And she did stress to some of the people in our smaller group, and that because she was a turtle, what we call people that can drink, drink you under the table. She
Right.
was in that small group of people with us, and I was in a part of the promotion group on the other side. But that group, she stressed to them that she was, kind of in fear and needed to get away from him.
Right.
And it was kind of too late when she went over to the house and discussed with him how she wanted to break up, and she was about to graduate that year. She was skyrocketing in her career. She wanted to focus more so on what she wanted to do after college. He
Right.
didn't like that. So let me tell you this: she had an incident with him before, which was showed domestic violence, showed that he could be violent with her. He stabbed her in her leg, and she never pressed charges on that one. She just said, hey, we just gotta break up and keep going.
Mm.
So, but then eventually he came back because narcissistic, controlling,
Yes.
manipulative psychopath. Okay,
Yeah.
comes back. And this particular day, you know, Valentine's Day, he takes her to the Crawford County, Fort Valley, Crawford County line, strangles her, leaves her in the woods. And the reason the bumper was off because he ran over a tree stump, tearing the bumper off. She was placed right beside the bumper.
Mm.
The bumper is where she was located. I was there the day they found her because I was driving around there. I went to the front, like someone was leading me to drive to the Crawford County line where it splits at, and it was right there across the tracks.
Mm.
And I asked that officer, I asked the chief of police because he saw me every day. I asked him, "Is that her?" Because it's like you got to know that's the bumper if the bumper is there.
Right. Obviously, yeah.
And yeah, that was
And we
it.
know
And
how
it's
they
like he
play.
strangled her because he didn't get his. It's like something
He
took
didn't get
over
his
him.
way.
Like if I can't have you, nobody else will.
Right. Hold on, right quick.
And that was in my backyard, and it was like it's too much. It's too many people trying to control people and control their partners and their mindsets and these things. And then when their partner starts to say, "Hey, you know, you can't control me. I have my own mind. I'm my own individual," then you take them out.
Yep.
You set them up to get
Yep.
and to say, "Well, if you don't want me, I need to make some money off you." So you try to find a way to get some money
Right.
by setting them up and taking their life and then destroying other people's lives along the way.
Right.
People have
No.
to like just learn how to live again with certain situations like this. These families have to learn how to
They need these
love
families
again.
need to tell also what they're associated with.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people hide in the fact that they're Masons and they got all these other
Yeah,
different
and
secret
girls who
societies.
go to college and girls and boys that go to college, find out about your friends. Just don't know their nickname. Know their name. Know what's on their license. Know who their parents are. Like when you go to their house, introduce yourself to their parents. Talk to their parents. It's okay to have conversation. Know who these people are. Know where they grew up at. Know how their childhood was. Like somebody came to me and asked me, it was weird. This how you use your discernment on weird people. If you can't have a conversation, ask somebody, "Hey, so how was it like for you growing up?" And they tell you that's a weird ass question. That's a red fucking flag. Because if you can't tell me how you grew up, that means you was on some shit. You was doing shit you weren't supposed to be doing. Or something happened to you where you ain't healed, you just fed into the evilness. Like a lot of people, you gotta ask these questions to these people. Like, yeah, know your friends, know who you associate with, your
Yes.
partner, because these people will change. You don't know if their mindset is their intentions could be evil against you. Like their thoughts could just project. Like for Aliyah, she felt that projection. She wanted to get out, and they knew she wanted to get out. They felt her energy moving away, and they took her because of that. They was like, we want your energy. We want your essence. Because that's what these people are. They're soul snatchers, soul collectors. They feed off people's energy. That's how they try to. That's why you wonder how people was so old one day and then next day they're young. Because they feeding off somebody's energy. They're feeding off somebody's essence.
Right.
And it's like that's what the Masons do. They feed off energy. They got to get them deities that they talking to in those shrines and stuff energy. They have to feed the energy to keep the lights on in their houses that they buy all these mansions and these cars and shit. They have to keep that energy alive to have their money flowing. How these officers can be officers, they have to keep that energy alive. That's how they make money. They talking about drug wars and all this. Bitch, y'all the ones pushing the drugs out, back out.
That's so true.
You arresting the ones you want to arrest, and you giving the drugs back to the ones you want to give it to
That's so
run
true.
your operation. So that's just word to the wise. All these ladies, all this connection because they friends
Mm-hmm.
had something to do. They took them away from where they're comfortable at, where their safety was,
Yes.
and put them in a dangerous environment.
Yes.
Took advantage of them,
Yeah.
knowing they didn't have
Because
people
they
to
had
back them. They were
assignments.
alone.
Because the friendships was assignments.
Exactly. Never go alone. Have your if you got siblings, have your sister and brother with you to use their discernment.
Sometimes they be doing too, but
And
go
so
ahead. Yeah.
and sometimes they be doing shit. You gotta watch all of them.
Yeah. And we give you this message to encourage you, not to discourage you. We give this
Mm-hmm.
message to empower you, not put you in fear. But we're saying that this is the time to really be aware, as Honey has said, of
Yes.
your surroundings, who you're talking to. A lot of us are gifted. A lot of us have a lot of different abilities.
Yes.
And even myself, I'm very aware and cautious of who I'm around, what I do. I don't even tell even my own earth family sometimes where I'm at. Most of the
That
time, I
lion
don't.
coming through me. I see the lion around my eyes. Like, wait,
Yeah,
I will roar up in that
right. You're
motherfucker.
right.
Like,
Okay.
I'm finna
You'll let
snatch necks out here. Like, what is y'all doing?
you'll let it be known. But
Yep.
yeah, so it's like at the end of the day, this is the time for everyone to start becoming aware, start doing research on your bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely hope and definitely give nothing but just permission for the universe to bring everything together for Miss Denise, and just
Yes.
we commend you for the strength and the resilience that you have exhibit during this, because again, this to us is a big phenomenon, but to you this is your child. You carried her, you
Correct.
had her, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that you had to even witness this and this type of setting. It's like it's I feel, nothing but emotions. It's just like sad because it's like it's so much evidence. Excuse me, it's so much evidence, but you could tell that something is being tight knitted in the background.
Yeah.
We got too much evidence, too much. We got
I, I do.
audio.
I wish
Yeah,
that security guard would have gave me a little more.
right. I
So
mean,
still
shoot. At
nervous
one point, we
about
have to
him
call him
Oh,
back
though.
he
at some
just need
point.
the right person to talk to him.
Right? Yeah, you just need because you. I know you were, but we commend you
I
for
was
that
nervous.
because that was a first.
Yeah, and
You
first,
felt the
But did
energy, and
you
we
yeah,
just
hear
gave you
him
that
yeah.
say
If
strength.
you
he
want
didn't
to
know
send me
about a
his
body
number, I
hanging?
gladly scald his ass.
He didn't know about a body hanging, and I was like, "Wait a minute, you
But
don't
you took the
remember? I don't
picture.
remember a body hanging."
Mm?
Oh yeah, yeah,
You was
yeah.
going with the original story.
Okay.
You ain't seen nothing, you ain't hear
But
nothing.
yes, if you want to
Right.
send me his number, I would definitely private call him
Yeah,
and
yeah,
use
definitely
the
should exchange
investigative
numbers
voice
and yeah.
and get all I need to get out of him. He don't have to worry about who I am. Just know I'm
Right.
reaching out.
Well, we'll have to do it quick because they'll probably change the number.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we definitely do
Oh,
need
and
to.
I'll find his ass. But we can pay for I pay for I search dark well. I will find his ass.
Right.
Because
I
I
will
know the
find him.
ex, she just recently changed her number because I blasted it everywhere. It got changed. I'm like, this her number? She probably got a bunch of calls.
And
Oh
she
yeah,
should.
just give me her birth name and I'll find her number too.
Right.
Matter of
And
fact, her social media. I'll
right.
find her real name.
Right. As you know, and that's why
I
I
don't
said
play
this
with these
is
people. Oh yeah, give me some time.
right. We just definitely sending this love and light, and like I said, we even thank also we just thank Aliyah for just coming through,
Yes,
and
I
she
say.
came through before we even got on the live, and was allowing us to channel a lot from her energy, from her just still having a personality as
Yes,
well,
let's put a picture of both of them.
um, and yeah, it's just we just we're just thankful and full gratitude to Spirit, and just also
Yes.
Mandy for connecting us in. And yeah, it's like it's kind of like we was already
Yeah.
preparing for this because we was already watching related you know related
Yeah.
content, and they all got the same I love that background. They all got the same story. What happened? Why? And what's this whole big cover up? You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, so we just definitely just sending her nothing but just love and
Yes.
healing, and I still feel her energy in here. I still feel like she's sitting at
And
that
Kendall
table.
going strong over here.
Yeah, it's just like, this is a lot, and I guess this is what she needed as well.
Yeah.
Another set of energy to push the envelope on her
Yeah.
case, and hopefully this just sparkle and trickles to just worldly, like everyone look into it, what's going on, what happened, and stuff like that. But it's like they are definitely spiritually attacking us. They are
Yeah.
definitely making people be, down and out. They are definitely trying to make a lot of people seem like they're losing their marbles. They are trying to taunt you with your gifts,
Mm-hmm.
and just your knowledge on life. And I'm just talking to anyone alive that may have been feeling like, your earth family or people around you have just been trying to isolate you and
Mm-hmm.
make you feel like something like, oh, what's going on with you? It's like, it's not, and it's not about going too deep with things. It's like, it's sometimes people are like, oh, you're going too deep. No, you're just not going deep enough. That's my
Right.
response. You're not going deep enough. You're not going deep enough. But I am right now going to just close out my spiritual session with Aliyah, because all I'm feeling now is just like it's constantly making me feel sick, and that's how
Mm-hmm.
spirit is like letting you know, like, oh, like how they were feeling during the what was going on, and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, and about the sage and stuff like that, just to cleanse the area. But if anyone, before we do wrap up things, if anyone want to come up here and give commentary, send love and healing, I will definitely make sure I stay. We will make sure we definitely stay in touch with Miss Denise on the back end.
Yes.
Um, and yeah, like I said, if anyone want to come up here, Mandy, if you got anything to say, you know, just this is definitely the time to just tap in and
Yeah.
give me like a couple minutes, because I'm just like I guess I'm feeling ill with spirit. But
Yeah.
Ashay, thank you, Aliyah.
Yes, I say.
Yeah, I think everybody, and bringing attention to what y'all was saying about people. Be careful, people you have around you, because this is just happening too often, and it seems
Mm-hmm.
like the people who you call your friends or you think are your friends. That word friend, you know, I remember a rap song being made about it. Um, and it's like you really don't know. You can be around somebody for 20 years and wake up one day and realize that person was never your friend. You know, um, we use it too loosely, I believe, and especially in this day and age, where you think someone is your friend and they're not. And unfortunately, in this day and age, people are finding that out the wrong way by situations like this, where someone's wind up, you know, offed, and you know, when it's too late. So we need to, as loved ones, as especially as parents, my mother always taught me, "Oh, you don't have no friends," and which was wrong of her because I didn't raise mine that way. I taught her to pick her friends wisely, and that's what we should do. And I'm very proud of the fact that my daughter is still friends with my oldest daughter, still friends with the friends that she had in fifth grade, high school. Those are still her friends because she picked the wise. And that's what I taught her. And to look for signs where somebody gives you the wrong look when they think you're not looking, or they say disheartening things. Your friends should encourage you and believe in you. And when you start, and you should believe back in them. And when they start showing you otherwise, take that as a sign. I'm so quick to walk away from people. I'm so quick to get rid of people, because the moment I see that our friendship is a one-way street, the moment I see you giving me the side eye, I will leave you alone. And it's okay. I mean, sometimes people have a hard time letting people go, because your friends become like an extended family to you. And some people have a hard time breaking certain bonds, and because it's still a grieving process. And I taught my daughter, breaking up with a friend is still like breaking up out of a relationship.
That's true.
And you still go through the same grieving process as you do a heartbreak. And
Very
it's
true.
okay to, yeah, it's okay. Give yourself, you're gonna grieve. Just know, in any situation, when it comes to a breakup, you're gonna grieve. When you walk away from family members because you refuse to let them keep walking all over you and treating you like crap. Sometimes we gotta let go of our parents. Some parents gotta let go of their children, and it's a grieving process. And you allow yourself to grieve, and you allow yourself to grow and move on and look for the next person. Got to be better than this. If I step into another friendship, they have to be giving as much as they're receiving, or at
Correct.
least you meet in me 60-40,
Right.
you know so you can't expect people to do. Everybody is not going to have everything you want in a personality, but you know as long as they got most of it. And you have to look at what you're willing and not willing to deal with. But when it comes to abuse, when it comes to DV, uh, you have to walk away. You can't wait for a person to change. The best way you can change them is by walking away. Because if that person's going to change, they're going to, no matter how good you are, no matter how sweet you are, no matter how kind you are. And I think that's what we need to teach our kids. But I could keep on going on with this, but we'll get more into depth, because I want, when we do a, a, a talk, you know, I want it, Denise, I'm talking to you. I want it to be about the DV part, you know, and what people should look for, and what parents should talk to their children about, you know. And I'm so sorry that you had to go through this, and that this lesson has to be learned this way. And I thank you for trusting in me and taking the time, and giving me your time. So I greatly appreciate that, and I don't take that for granted. And that's all I have to say.
Likewise.
Thank you
Well,
guys.
thank you definitely for sharing that. And we, like I said, we definitely extend nothing but love and energy and healing. And like I said, we have each other personal numbers, so we can definitely keep each other updated. You have nothing but support from me, from Honey, from Mandy. And like I said, it takes a lot of courage to do something on this type of stature without losing it, in the process. So she definitely lives on, not through just you, through us. And we just send nothing but love and healing. And I'm definitely gonna make sure when I do my little things and stuff like that, I'll light her a candle as well.
Thank
Um,
you.
and we just definitely hope to have some type of justice, or justice in general. But I mean, other than that, we definitely gonna just keep, you know, pushing, pushing, and pushing the narrative as long as we can. Do you have anything else to say on you before I close out? What? I'm online. Honey? Honey Rag?
I'm over here talking about a mic, miss.
Oh, yeah, Michael. Yeah.
But I just want to say I'm sending gratitude to you, Miss McKellen, for on the journey, because as you continue to fight, just keep fighting, and I know justice will prevail, and the truth is definitely going to have the light shed on it, on this case. Keep spreading the word, because the right ears are going to be listening and be able to help you and assist you on this case as well. So yes. Love and light to your daughter as well, and her soul be at peace. She had this candle over here standing strong,
Right.
and
Yeah, I'm sure her
just
energy
sending
came
her
very
some
strong.
energy on that other side,
Yeah.
and make she, find the light while she's in the abyss.
Right.
Yes,
Well,
just
I thank
looking.
you guys. I
Yes.
thank you so much for everything you're doing to help.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. Like I said, definitely keep us up to date. And if we come across anything as well, because we'll be doing our own end of
Yes.
searching. Just keep us up to date, keep us informed. Um, and we might even have to like start a group or something as well,
Yeah.
just so people could put a lot of information in there they want to share
Mm,
publicly.
yes.
Yeah, but no, like I said, definitely thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Yes.
Again, nothing but love and
Gratitude.
light and healing to you, to your family, on behalf, of just us and especially to Aliyah. Um, and yeah, I would say just please keep, pushing forward and pushing the narrative. Uh, just so not only is it just raising awareness for her, but it's raising awareness for a lot of uh, futuristic ones. It could prevent a lot. You know. Well, yeah.
All
At this
right.
point, yeah, I
Yes.
would say at this point we're gonna definitely close out.
Yep. Thank
Yes.
you for having me on, and you guys have a good night, and I will talk
Yes.
to you later.
Yes,
All
definitely.
right.
If you
You
got my
have a
personal
great
number, you can
night.
text me. All
All
right.
right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right, y'all. Signing out.
All
Bye bye.
right.
Good night, everybody.
Peace, y'all.
Call me anyway.